Keith, you selected a little more of an uplifting track this week.
Yes.
I greatly appreciate it.
Yes, that's what that was my homework. I missed it by a week. You had asked me to do that, so happened to be listening to that song the other day and thought, oh, this could work.
That was George Benson. It was Breezin'. Is the album the same name?
Breezin'? No, I think it's This Masquerade. You had the picture up there.
Oh, I did it. Okay.
For us. From 1976, I believe.
1976.
A yacht rock station staple.
One of their 150 songs that they play on a constant rotation.
Right.
Also, little known facts, George Benson, lyricist on that one too.
He did. He wrote all
the lyrics on that one too.
When they recorded the track, originally they had a problem with the mixing board, and his vocals weren't even on there. And they were like, "Well, this will be great. Let's just release it like this." If there had been a video, you'd have seen him like this.
The passion in his voice, if you can find the actual original master track of that they had recorded. Too funny. How's everybody doing? It is a Thursday evening once again, a little bit closer to 5:30 this time in the Pacific Standard Time Zone, the Pacific Daylight Time. Once again, we're going to do some beverage conversation about all kinds of things. We're going to try some different things, record some podcasts, and get right down to it. If you are new here and just joining us, exactly. Oh, at least new to this Thursday. I'm Andrew,
and I'm Keith,
and we are About Beverages. We have been doing this for a damn long time.
A while.
Point, I can't wait till we can say over 2 decades.
That's right. It's a little bit of time yet for that.
Yeah, we've got a little ways to go.
Soon we can say a decade and a half.
That's true.
But yes,
we are very close to that. Baker, it is good to see you as always. It's good to see everybody here this evening. We're going to start out like we have been normally, kind of usually on the lighter side. We kind of got to get in some hydration. We got to get it going on because we've got some heavier stuff as the evening goes. Even the wines with how they are lately. I bet it. I didn't even look. I did see the price, either. So the price is already
price. Yes.
Price I do know because I saw it when you gave me the wonderful link. Which is it in the Fearless Flyer? Is that why
it is in the Fearless Flyer?
Thank God, because then that's why there's such good information on it, which I appreciate. But I'm going to guess it's at least 13.5 or 14 is my guess. I'm going to say 13.5. That would be my guess.
I don't know either.
And then the beer we have later is 15 at least. The link we have, I don't know. We'll have to double check on the one that I have, the version that I have. So
and that version dates back to the Cubs World Series championship.
Oh my gosh, that's a celebration in itself, right there.
Vin Scully's final year of broadcasting.
Is that why people were like, why was Vin Scully trending this week?
He passed away.
Did he die?
Yeah, he died.
Oh my God.
Tuesday night.
Okay. I saw these things and I was like, but I never saw anything. Usually I see the rest in peace of someone or something. I just saw these tributes. I was like, oh, maybe it's this Vin Scully Day in Los Angeles. And I just didn't know for some reason. But
I think a lot of days are Vin Scully days in Los Angeles. So.
It probably will be. Oh my God. It's Robert Loggia. All right. We will dance it around it right here. Let's, here you go. You can pour your own water. There you go. We're having the same thing. Having a little Waterloo pineapple, which I've been enjoying for quite a while now. I've been having this one. 94 years I've been enjoying Waterloo pineapple. That seems like a little bit longer than I thought. This Costco pack hasn't been around. Oh, that's how long Vin Scully's been there. Did you tell Keith the trivia that I gave you this morning? Oh, no, I didn't. But he wouldn't get that. He doesn't watch Better Call Saul, though.
I've seen even fewer episodes of Better Call Saul than I have of Breaking Bad.
I know you're probably about to break Lucky's heart here. Like I said, as much as he loves you and cares for you, that might put you on the outs with him. We were having fun the other day. Like I said, when we actually Lucky took Wednesday off and we both streamed together. And we were doing trivia questions, and when people got them right in chat, we were doing some subs and stuff like that when people actually got the questions right. And just because we didn't know the answer. So then it was like, we don't feel like looking them up. If someone looks it up in chat and it's the right answer.
And it sounds right?
No, we did then kind of verify. Oh, okay. There was some verification after that. But keep forgetting you have other brothers with as good as...
That's right.
As good as you have as this one. That is true. Pocket, how's it going? Hello, good to see you. Yes, the other brother that is in between, he is the one that I watch Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul with. Like I said, this is my anime brother, apparently, which I did not know until a few weeks ago.
Well, it was funny, speaking of that, but with the oh my God from Lucky, there's from the previous season of The Amazing Adventures, there's a time where one of the characters says, oh my God, and he does it in a very emphatic way that I don't do a very good rendition of. It's actually Pocket who does a great rendition of it. And we can't hear her version of that from chat. But, but it's funny. So when I saw the oh my God, I thought of, oh my God. Anyway.
oh my God, it's Robert Loggia. That was what I thought.
Yeah,
of.
that's good too.
That was what I thought. Of.
Yes, JJ was quite impressed that you had put that in.
Oh.
I said, if you ever drop in, I said you can redeem some channel points.
Some channel points.
He was also very happy that you'd done some Three Amigos ones as well.
And I fixed those, I think, a little bit. HJ, how's it going? Good to see you as well. Yeah, I think I fixed those a little bit. I made them louder today.
Oh, I remember
that was something I took. Like, it's amazing. Like, I sit down like, okay, I got to do these few things, and I was like, okay, set up for the podcast stuff, and then I was like, okay, I need to re-edit these videos, make them louder, and so in doing that, it's like I know I have to make them louder. Then I have to render them again, and then I actually have to convert them again to make them small enough to go up on the site that we use. So it's like 3 phases. So I got that stuff done, and then I edited some other stuff. I was like, oh my God, it's 3:30. Keith's about to be here. I was like, I gotta get going. I'm gonna have a snack. Pugachev, yes, we are going to have, this is my final bottle of Pugachev's Cobra. That is one of the things that we'll be having on the docket this fine evening. And it's going to kind of be a little bit of a two-parter thing there. I know. Really appreciate Keith wearing my merchandise without having to pay him to do it. What
Lucky
a guy.
brand.
That's right there.
Right.
Oh my
just
God.
for you.
Yeah, exactly. No kickbacks there, apparently. No kickbacks there.
No, that's definitely, Pocket's the one for that imitation, for sure. The Joe Star.
So what do you think of this Waterloo
I think
pineapple?
It's good.
It is good, right? Yeah. No, I think Waterloo for the most part, behind Spindrift, which actually is real fruit, and which I like because of that, and like I said, just that flavor, it's a little bit different than some of these. Mm-hmm. Like I said, then after that, for me, it's Waterloo. Like I said, that's the one that's the easiest, where everything is usually pretty good. I don't think I've had one that I've disliked. There's obviously some that I like more, but I don't think there's any that I have disliked at all whatsoever.
I forgot about the Lucky Brand thing, though. That's good.
I know that worked out very well.
Supporting the Lucky Brand.
gotta support Lucky where you can.
H or J might be able to share with us, maybe from their private stash.
They could. They should do that. You think HJ? Maybe. Yeah, you guys should open up one of yours. The one I'm opening is the 2016. Obviously, they're all the barrel roll number 3, but it's part of that series. I was trying to remember the last time I actually, besides a Pugachev, have had something from Hangar 24.
Well, it's funny that, like I said, we were talking about that briefly beforehand. I don't know what brought it into my head, if I was hanging something up, or I don't know what it was. Hanging, well, because hanging, and but something brought that into my, and I was like, oh yeah, they used to have. That was kind of a big thing for a while. They were like that newer, sort of hotter brewery, one of them, and because they're like in Redlands, I think, or somewhere in the Southern California area. But and I still remember that time I think we were at the Hop Shop. And we called Jay, and he immediately came over.
Yeah, because I think I bought a couple. I don't know. Did you buy one?
I think so. Yeah.
You still have one, right?
I don't believe I do. Don't think so.
I thought you had one still.
Maybe there's one in there still.
I thought there was one in there when we were over there, but maybe not.
I'll have to check. It's very possible.
Hi, all you handsome beverages. Sunshine, it's good to see you as well. I can't drink that big bottle by myself.
Well,
then
you
share
could
it with someone.
Participate in the experiment you're going to be doing.
That's true. So the experiment that I'm doing, and the reason I'm opening this big bottle tonight, and at least it struck me a little bit, that I'm going to go for, is that we're going to have, our whatever amount we want, and then whatever is left. Excuse me, man, this is got a lot of carbonation in it. I'm actually going to I'm going to actually cork it, do a little wine stopper, like I said, the actual wine pump. I'm going to do that, and then tomorrow, when I stream live here on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages, when I stream live, that's going to be the featured beverage again, and I'm going to see what it's like if you are someone like yourself that you can't drink the whole bottle, and you're like, well, can I have this over a couple nights? Is it still going to be carbonated? I'm going to kind of perform that experiment and see how well that actually holds up, especially with one like this, which shouldn't be super carbonated anyway. I don't think it's going to be quite as bad, but we're going to see how it holds up, like what happens to hit when it comes to the palate. So it's going to be good. And this is one I've had stored properly for a very long time. Andrew, you're taking one for the team. Exactly, Sunshine. I'm taking one for the team. And
I have found that it actually works with like sparkling wines. Because I've done some New Year's Eves when I open one, and then there's some left over the next day, and I'll pour it, and there's still bubble in there, and it still tastes good. So,
and you've actually done the full wine pump kind of thing, or
no? I've just put it back in the fridge and let it do its thing.
Wow, you didn't even try and
No, because it was
This
still good.
man right
It
here.
was still good.
Andrew is so brave by drinking this entire bottle of wine over the course of several days. A true American hero.
He is the greatest American hero. Look at what's happened to him.
Ellie, how's it going? Oh
Can't
my
believe it
God, I
himself.
love shopping. Oh my God. I can't even barely pronounce that. I love Moscato. Do you want to go with that one? That's gotta be a
I
Trader
think it's
Joe's.
D'Asti. We do have some. I think you can get that other places, though, but we have one as well. That would be a funny drop if you're able to get that. Oh my God, from Amazing Adventure, JoJo's Amazing Adventures. So when people come in and do that. Just, oh my God.
I went to Manchester today. Nice, Ellie. Did some shopping in Manchester. That's awesome. That is super, super cool.
So that means we're dealing with someone it's in the wee hours. Right?
Yes, this is another
last week, right?
Yeah, this is another wee hour. Like I said, we have multiple
wee
people that come in here
morning.
on the wee hours, which I greatly appreciate. Everybody coming in. But yeah, like I said, so that the Pugachev that we have too, it's a 2016, and I've had that one. I believe that one. I think we bought it like when that was new, quote unquote. And I've had that one stored in my refrigerator for this entire time. So it's actually been. It's not perfectly cellared. Technically cellared should be more like 45, 50 degrees is kind of what they say for that temperature. So it's been a little colder than that.
Yeah.
But at least it has not gotten any heat or anything else.
It had no fluctuation.
So this will also be an interesting test to see, like, at some point, you probably should, drink some of these things. I'm looking at you, HJ. You should start drinking some of this beer.
We had fun with that one where the vintage ale, the Trader Joe one. That time we did a podcast on that.
Yeah.
That was, I think it was drinkable, but not as good anymore, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and it was a style that was not one of our. I used to do those. I don't do them anymore, but
Is Manchester a department store? No, Manchester is actually a city. Like
it's a here up to Manchester.
I know. I've been watching so much Frasier lately. That's all. Sure, I can hold. Like, I'm working on my American.
She does one in that last season too. She says something about get some beers or something like. She does another one. She throws them in. It's really good.
Bought 4 pairs of thigh highs, 2 pairs of fishnets, 4 books, a ring, and had a rather nice Japanese beer with a friend. It just moisturized my tattoo. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Ellie also got a tattoo recently as well. So she joined the tattoo
that's
club.
Right. I remember that.
I'll have to show you. I can show you at break. I forgot. She sent me a picture. It's on her arm. It's like a little spider and a wet. It's pretty cool looking.
Nice.
Having beef dogs, grilled bell peppers, French fries, salad, and pickles. So it's lurk time. Thank you for the lurk,
Sounds
Sunshine. I
good.
appreciate it. Just if you just want to drop the plate off at some point, while we're here, that would be great. Totally
Food teleportation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if we can get, oh my God, we need that working big time, especially when Debo comes in here. We need the food teleportation devices. But yeah, it's going to be interesting tonight to try that one. I'm also excited. Like I said, you were the one that popped in right away with the Chardonnay, which is on the in the Fearless Flyer.
Is in the Fearless Flyer.
This is the Reserve Chardonnay Santa Lucia.
Yeah, I think
or
so.
Lucia.
I think it's Santa. I think it's Lucia.
Santa
Lucia Highlands.
2020.
Santa Lucia.
Lot 231.
Lucia.
You'll share a pic of the Japanese beer.
Actually,
nice. I would appreciate that as well, for sure. See, I made it a little louder.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
You have a plethora. Jefe, what is a plethora? Why, guapo? But you told me I have a plethora. And I just would like to know if you know what a plethora is. I would not like to think that a person would tell someone he has a plethora and find out that that person has no idea what it means to have a plethora.
Thank you, Baker. I appreciate the plethora.
Yes.
All right, here's the beer. What is this? Let's
Asahi.
see.
We can.
You know this one?
Yeah, we can. You've probably seen that one. We can get that one.
Can we?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't usually look for Japanese beers. Look at that. It's 660 milliliters. What are these weird amounts? What is going on? Super dry. Limited series is brewed with...
You open it, there's nothing in there.
It's just a little pile of dust comes out. It's hard for me to read that. Oh, God, that got a lot closer. Wow, that really enlarged. Okay. See if I can find it. Oh, wait, I found the beer. Okay, that enlarged a lot. Super dry is brewed with... the photo's a little blurry. Precision something. And sundries in the Japanese tradition. Something deliver. Quick, clean finish. We call something. I can't read it all. Beers here come in 330, 440, 660, then a pint. Oh, interesting. So what is a pint then? So a pint, 16 ounces. So what is that in milliliters then?
No, I don't know.
But a pint is 473 milliliters. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Huh. It's an English pint.
Oh, that could be. Oh, there is a 551 here too.
A less common dry pint.
Ooh. Maybe you need some lube for that. Can't have those dry pints. God damn it. But yeah, so we were having a little Waterloo pineapple sparkling water. We've been doing a lot of waters lately, but it's kind of a nice way to start out the show with something a little light and refreshing.
Yeah.
We also did the pineapple. It was specifically, wasn't that the juice one? Is that the Trader Joe's one?
That was, we had a sparkling
juice.
Yeah.
From Trader Joe's.
Lemonade,
pineapple.
Strawberry. Did we have a pineapple? We also did the Trader Joe sparkling
pineapple. Yeah, we had that one as well.
This is very good.
Yeah, I think this one is too.
Yep.
The pint is always sold in the glass. Everything else is bought. Oh, okay, I got you. So that's why you just kind of listed. It wasn't that it was getting bigger. That's just the glass size. Gotcha.
Got it.
Gotcha. 660 milliliters. So confusing. What is 60? Actually, that's what I should have looked up.
Give me 660 milliliters of beer, please. Give me a 660.
No, that can't be right. That number is not correct. 22 ounces. So there we go. All right.
Okay.
So that's like almost like
a bomber.
That's what we would call a bomber here in the U.S.
Yeah.
We would call that a bomber.
You don't see those as often anymore, though.
Bombers?
Yeah, they used to be like and I was specifically thinking of the Hangar 24, and then when you brought their website up before, it was cans, and I know their stuff used to be in bottles. I mean, some of like they're more regular.
Oh, okay.
They're not as fancy stuff. They're not the Pugachevs, of course, but that's probably a 25.4.
I don't know if I've seen that in a while. Part of this Barrel Roll series with Hangar 24, they also had a bunch of other stuff too. There were some sours and some other different things as well, except and those were always really good too. Really nice tasting, to be fair. It was £439 for that. Okay, so that's probably like $800 US. I can't. I'm bad with conversions on that stuff. I'm good with time zones. I'm bad with conversions. No, that's probably like I think I did some math like on that stuff the other day. I think it's like $5 or $6. It's like $1. It's like this weird amount where it's like $1 more or something like that. I can't remember what the math is on it. All right, we're gonna do it. We're doing all the math tonight. Do Euro no. I bet Google will know what I mean. 533. See, look, I was close. It literally was about $1 more. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's gonna be my new like carnival thing. It's like, yeah, you give me where you are in the world, I'll know what time it is. And then also you give me a dollar amount of measure, and boom, I'll know exactly what that converts into. You still see one of the sours sometimes. I want to say I had seen some of this, particularly the stout, maybe at Total Wine within the last 6 months. And I thought like, oh, I still have that one. So.
Now you won't be able to say that.
Now I won't be able to say that. Now I'll actually have to buy another one of these. Right. But yeah, I have not had anything from them specifically in a while. And actually, I'm going to click on there. So their core is an orange wheat, the Betty IPA, Pacific Coast Hazy IPA, Orange Guava, Mango Island IPA, American Light. Okay, so they kind of have gone a little bit more that way. Didn't they? Who used to have, wasn't Hangar 24 had the Berliner Weiss? It was like 3% or 2.5% or something. Because I remember we had that when we sat with Scott and Rebecca. When we did the podcast, I thought they brought that over, and it was like a specific kind of Berliner Weiss, and it was like under 3% because we made a joke about it because they were like, yeah, we drink this. Oh my god,
yeah! Wow, we'd have to go. We could go back to the archives.
We'd have to go into the archives.
Those are podcasts. Those are audio only, I think.
Fixers of thigh highs and fish nets shall be coming soon. Whoa, easy. Watch the directory. You put that in. Oh my gosh, easy. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. You went out and did some shopping, though. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for everybody coming in already. Yeah, so they're full beer list. Let's see where it mentions there. Yep, there's all the cans. Full beer list is exactly what it just listed for you right there. All the core limited release, retired brand. Oh, Barrel Roll. Okay, there we go. So Barrel Roll sells Galaxy Garden. So they have a sour blonde, Laval double cream stout. Ooh, 11.5%. That sounds interesting. Pugachev's Cobra, which we were talking about tonight, and Chandelle. American Wild Ale. I think that's the one I was thinking of, was the American Wild Ale. With the outfits, of course. Okay, thank God. All right, settle down. We're just making sure. So how was your week? Anything exciting going on? Anything fun? Anything action-packed? Obviously, you're moving further into the JoJo rabbit hole.
Of course. In season 3. Oh, yes.
I mean, that's like you watch like 50 or 60 episodes, though, right?
They went,
there's like per season, isn't there?
There are a lot of episodes per season. Now we went into, season 3 moved 12 years into the future. So now we're in 1999.
Okay.
So that's where.
Are there a lot of Prince references going on?
No.
No? How? They've ruined
they
it.
just say, I don't think it's that important that it's 1999. It just happens to be 1999.
Are they partying?
So. No, I wouldn't say there's partying going on. No.
There's a party going on. Janelle is someone you've seen lately? Okay. That one it seems like I have seen a little bit.
Yeah, I'll have to keep my eye out for that again. I'd forgotten. I used to enjoy things from them, and then it kind of became like, oh, there's all these other new ones, and you'd go past their regular IPA and all their other stuff. Their what's the roll one? The barrel roll.
The barrel roll. Yeah.
Well, no, barrel roll's the Pugachev stuff, right?
Yeah, that's what that series is called. That's all their barrel aged stuff is the barrel roll. But yeah, then the other ones are like I said, they've got some other hazies and some things of that nature. Chocolate Bomber, 8%. I probably would like anything except for their regular core. Their core does not interest me at all.
Pretty basic.
Yeah.
Looking, yeah. What, no, nothing too monumental for me, but what about you?
No, nothing too super exciting. Like I said, just pushing along with, getting through, Saul's coming to its series end, like I said, for series stuff that we've been watching. And, but yeah, not like a ton of stuff. I haven't watched anything new. I watched one more episode at some point of that Devs, which is the show I was telling you about with, where it's basically like, Ron Swanson. It's him.
Oh yeah.
Where he's like the head of basically it's almost like a Google kind of place, and there's a murder that's happened, and that's all in the first episode. I'm not spoiling anything. But like I said, I've watched another episode of that. Like I said, so I'm very slowly plucking my way through that. I think are they done filming? I think more of Ted Lasso, I think, or season 3. Like they were working on filming some more of that.
Seems like that usually.
Which I've heard talk. This is the last season.
That's what I've read, that there was just going to be 3 seasons. So.
But that was that's been kind of going on. But yeah, nothing.
They have to release it before my free subscription runs out.
You're gonna put an appeal to them to get that done.
Hey, can I just put this on hiatus until Ted Lasso comes out?
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I want to see.
I really need Ted Lasso to finish. Is this where we get into more anime talk? I mean, Keith, you're more than welcome to take the floor on some more anime. So what's been going on in season 3? If you want to. Has there been any standouts when it comes to that kind of stuff?
One of the stands was called Red Hot Chili Pepper.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was his stand?
He could travel through electrical wires to get to anywhere he wanted to go.
I don't know if I know that song. I don't know.
It wasn't the song. It was the stand.
Oh, okay.
Chili Pepper. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But then don't they usually sing a song then when they do it?
No.
They start singing Under the Bridge and kind of going through. No,
there's no singing.
No, Blood Sugar Sex Magic. There's no. Okay. That's not too bad though. Is that in the new 1999 era?
That's in the season 3 that we're at. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one of them. That was good. It's funny that we were talking about this too, that the way the characters look to me, I think these people have got to be in their 20s or 30s, but they're some of them are in high school. It's like, that one's only in high school?
This is
just the way they're drawn, I guess.
Oh, just the way they're drawn.
Yeah,
gotcha.
they just look,
Well,
but,
funny, speaking of that, we were talking, I don't know how it came up the other day, but we were talking, spoilers for people that are not watching Better Call Saul. But anyway, 2 of the characters from Breaking Bad came back. And it's weird because this is supposed to be a prequel, but they all look older. Like everyone kind of looks older. And some of it they're just kind of accepting. Like I said, Bryan Cranston comes back. But he kind of was like playing older when he was in that show.
Oh, okay.
And so now he's maybe just a little older than where he should. So he actually looked appropriate, but Aaron Paul looked like...
Oh, all right.
Anyway, so it was we were talking about that. We were like, yeah, he kind of looked a little... I had thought that when I first watched Bleach. Is that another show, or is Bleach part of your show?
No, I don't think that's part of my show.
Okay. Is that okay? So similar thing where people looked a lot of character. Well, then we started talking about Grease, where we were like, they're supposed to be playing like high schoolers and teenagers stuff. Yeah. So then we had to look it up. So we looked up different because we were all joking. So do you want to take any guesses?
So 1978.
Yeah, like how old were they when they were in the show? So Bleach is another anime. Okay.
So I'm guessing John Travolta was probably around 24.
Very good. 23.
Okay.
Very good. Okay.
Olivia Newton-John was older, though, I'm guessing. She was
Yes.
like 28, maybe?
29.
29.
Man, you're
Wow.
on fire
Okay.
right now. Well, that was the joke. I think, like I said, our sister-in-law was like, she was in her 30s. She was in like mid-30s. And I was like,
I
man,
thought I had
that
heard
could
she
be.
was
I
like-
went and
yeah.
looked, and I was like, okay.
Yeah. Who else?
I can't believe I actually remember these ages, but I do because I looked them up.
Because they stand out.
They
'cause they're
kind of
so-
did. They were shocking. Yeah, I found an article that literally went through most of the main cast.
So I'm guessing. So who else? Oh, Stockard Channing. She was a lot older, though.
Yeah.
She was in her 30s, right?
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 34.
33.
Okay.
Man, you've been off by so whatever you think to guess, just like subtract or add.
Go on,
Yeah. Yeah, she was 33. She was like the worst of the bunch, if you want to say that.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then
Did
what's
you look
his
up
name?
Jeff Conaway?
I did.
He was probably like 28.
Yeah, he's 27.
Okay.
God dang it,
I'm
Keith.
1 year off.
You're on fire. She was 54 when they filmed. I mean, it kind of, I mean, you looked at him and they looked like, again, the youngest was John Travolta. And for some reason,
Yeah.
I even thought he was a little older, but I was like, some people just look older.
Well, because then he had been in the Welcome Back Kotter.
Yeah.
As a
Also as a high schooler. As
yeah.
a high schooler.
Yeah. But that was like 75. So it was a little closer
When was
then. But
Saturday Night Fever?
77.
Oh, okay. Wow,
Yeah,
77.
77.
What a good year for movies.
77.
Star Wars and all that kind of stuff.
You're putting Saturday Night Fever in there?
Well, I mean, it was a popular movie. It was not my movie.
No,
Like,
I think the soundtrack was a lot more.
I don't think I've ever actually watched
Popular.
the entire movie.
I don't know.
I think
if
I've
either.
literally seen clips here and there, and that's
Maybe
my knowledge
once.
of that.
God, I don't even know when that was, but yeah, years ago.
So you have watched it, though?
I don't know if I have watched the whole thing, actually.
What about Rhinestone Cowboy? What about Urban Cowboy?
Urban Cowboy I've seen. Yeah. That is, I saw that in the theater, actually. But yeah, that's funny. I'm sure the rest of them were at least in their upper 20s.
I can't remember. There was the other girl that's in there. I can't remember what her age was. That's the one I actually don't remember. Urban Cowboy did not hold up. It did not work. It did not work out well. I don't think I've ever seen. I wanted to see Midnight Cowboy, which is a totally different kind of movie.
There's Midnight Urban Cowboy.
Oh God.
Or it's the Urban Midnight Cowboy. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that one did not hold up well at all. But yeah, that movie I've heard is good though. Like, didn't that win an Academy Award?
I think so.
That's Dustin
John
Hoffman,
Voight or
right?
something, and
John Voight and
Voight,
Dustin
yeah.
Hoffman.
Yeah.
Are they like drug dealers or something?
I don't know I just don't know what.
And they do it
what
after
they are.
midnight because that's
Because they're the Midnight
because they're
Cowboys.
the Midnight Cowboys. They're like, it's
After
12:01.
midnight, they're gonna let it all hang out.
Yeah, oh God, it turns into a song. I always think of the like the beer commercial version of that song too. Eric Clapton, Selling Out Early. That one.
Yeah, that's right. They had Genesis Tonight. They
For a
had-
beer?
Yeah, they used that.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, they used the song Tonight for that.
It's like just people pounding Bud Lights and stuff.
It was like that kind of like sort of nightclubbies. Yeah, but they played.
And they're like holding up beers in the air.
It was just playing in the background as they were like, it
Oh,
was
okay.
that, and then also Steve Winwood. Don't you know what the night can do? They had that one in there. That was one of the
Give me the
night songs.
If
Don't
there's
you know?
Bud Light
No,
in
that's
the air,
that's George
you got
Benson.
some-
Now we're back to George Benson. There you go.
Give me the night. See, and that probably he did write the lyrics too.
Very possibly.
His lyrics are probably much better known for that one than for Breezin'. Yeah, that's funny. I hadn't thought about. Yeah, that was, and that's always like I don't think any TV show like rarely ever has it where the kids are the right like age and stuff like that. But that was one that was always like,
Yeah, that
it's
was
like
really-
you couldn't find anyone else to do Olivia Newton-John's role. Like,
Yeah.
her voice was fine, but like I said, her dancing not so much. Like I think they could have found a better dancer to match with John Travolta's smooth moves. that he had
Well,
going on
that's
out there.
true. Then when John Travolta's in the dance contest and he's in that with that other girl comes in and like
Yeah.
she's in high school.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No. Yeah. Actually, I don't think they put hers in there, but no, I was trying to think of the other one,
Yeah.
the one that actually is the beauty school dropout.
Oh, Didi Khan.
I can't think of what her age was.
Okay.
So you could guess, and I
I
would
would-
know. But I'll just
I'm guessing
subtract
she's
the
probably
year.
27 as well.
26. Oh my God. Perfect. Oh my God. That's too funny. All right. Should we go grab the wine?
Let's pour the wine.
Let's pour some wine. Let's
Hey,
spill
brother, pour the wine.
No,
We got
let's
that
not-
one.
let's not
No,
spill.
we don't want to spill.
No, yeah, let's not
Got all
spill,
this
please.
equipment
No,
here.
I don't want to buy any of this stuff new. Spill the wine. What wine song were you going with?
I think it's Dean Martin. Hey, brother, pour the wine.
Okay. You could also go with Woke Up This Morning with a wine glass in my hand. Whose wine? White wine. Where the hell did I die?
Oh, I don't know.
Must have been a dream. Don't believe it. Do you feel like I do?
Oh,
No?
that I know.
Oh, okay.
That part I
wow,
know.
you don't remember the first part of that
No,
song?
I got that part.
Okay.
Bottle of red,
And
bottle
the-
of white. We could go. Well, that I know.
Well, he says white wine like 4 times. Wine. No,
He says it like that.
No,
Yeah.
he does not. Yeah, you could go bottle of red, bottle of white. Sure.
Just-
All right.
I think we used to have that. Didn't we used to have quotes that scrolled on our website? That was one of them, I think.
We did. Yeah, we started.
Or we had them
I
on
can't
there or
remember.
just put them. That was one of them, and maybe Deacon Blues. We had a few up there for a little bit.
I can't think of any other wine songs.
You said Spill the Wine already.
I
right?
did. Yeah. Which is by
We did that.
which is by the band.
War.
Oh
No,
that-
Eric Burden and War.
Eric Burden and War. Right.
Yeah.
And there's also the band April Wine.
Yeah, which they don't know if they do a wine song or not.
They should though. They really should have. Their most popular song, Cabernet.
Well, you had Cracklin' Rosie. That's a wine song indirectly.
Is it?
Yeah, Cracklin' Rosie.
Cracklin' Rosie is a wine
it's
song.
wine. It's about him pouring wine.
It
Cracklin'
is?
Rosie. Yeah, Cracklin' Rosie, get on board. That's a song about wine.
Did not know
Rosie
that.
is wine.
I thought that was about the time you shot a drifter to get an erection.
Well, if you're Will Ferrell playing it, then yes.
Transcendent. You've come in at just the right time. We're going to take a break. We're going to go grab the wine, and we will be right back.
Yeah, we're gonna pour the wine.
We're going to pour the wine and have some wine and record a podcast. Wait, I don't need to go that far. I can go right here. Be right back. Oh, we're back. We made it right there. What was the name of the song that was playing at least when we first started?
BRB.
It literally was BRB
And
off
we
of
ran
these.
into Pastel Blue.
Mm-hmm. Stream Beats, Hi-Fi, Harris Heller. Still making things happen, making moves, all that kind of stuff. Where do we want to put these things? Because we've got a podcast
Things
to
and
record.
stuff.
Things and stuff. How recent is this Fearless Flyer?
Just dropped, as they say, Monday.
Oh my God.
I know, it's hot off the press.
That's right. So you're already sold out of this.
Yeah, no, we've got a lot of that one. We actually have. It's funny. I know we were at one time we were planning a Zinfandel podcast.
Yeah, we have talked about that a few times.
We could still do that. Maybe as it gets a little farther into red wine season for me.
Yeah.
And then
Although in here it feels like red wine season.
yeah, actually it's true. In here it is very, very comfortable.
In here it's
I could
always
see
red
myself
wine season.
having a glass of red wine in here. Also, too, right now we have two Australian Shirazes from. How did we say to pronounce the area? Barossa. It was not Barossa because that's what I was.
Oh,
remember we had
no.
that. We
That
had
was,
that.
Was that Golgo that was in here
was
telling us?
helping us.
Oh my God.
I forgot where that. But anyways, we have two from that area.
Okay.
One at $8 and one at $13, and I thought that might be fun to compare those two.
That would be fun, like in
but
that
it's red
ballpark.
wine.
The thing we've talked about for years is like 3 different price points of wines and a decent escalation, like
Right.
something around, whatever, let's say a Pinot Noir, like 10 or 15, 25, and then something like 40 or 50, like something like that, like
Well,
a good breadth where we can actually say like,
We can
and
do-
even better if it was all from the same vineyard.
We can do 6, 10, and 25.
That's
with
not bad.
Zinfandel. I know you and I talked about that.
That's still not
That's
bad.
the one that
Is it all from the same place?
the 2 of them are from Lodi, at least.
Oh,
The
nice.
OZV is from
I like
Lodi.
Oh, the OZV is
Yeah,
one of my
that's
favorites.
the $10. The
That's
$6
always one of
would
my
be the
favorites.
Trader Joe's old vine, and then I'll have to check where the Saldo's from. So
From
anyway,
Bob
that's
Saldo.
from Bob Saldo. Yeah.
But yeah, no, something like that would actually be really fun. I would have been wanting to do. I mean, we've talked about that for years. Like,
Yep.
some of that, it's always a little more investment, but I think that would be neat. And like I said, the best way, the coolest way would be is if we could find it from the same vineyard where it's
Yeah.
like, okay, I can actually taste why they're charging more for these, or it's like, yeah, you know what, actually this middle one's actually the best. Like I wouldn't pay the extra amount, like that kind of thing. But yeah, we are not doing any of those things tonight.
But not
that sound
tonight.
Super cool. We're doing something else that is equally cool
Yeah.
because this Chardonnay has actually been refrigerated and had a little chill on it.
Yes, has some chill.
Has
Yes,
a-
now it's coming. Well, it's warming up a little bit. Saldo was a
Sal-
blend. The one we have they say is a Zinfandel. I don't know. Maybe there's something else blended in there as well. Don't know.
The name of the wine.
It's from Provisioner, I believe, is that winery.
Oh, this winery itself is
Maybe
called
it's
Saldo.
Saldo.
Saldo Wines. Wine shipped to your door.
Zinfandel. That's the... There you go.
Are you 21 or older?
Yes. So you're going to hit now. That's the one right there.
$32.
$32, you say?
I thought you said 25.
We have it for 25.
Oh my gosh, what a deal.
Oh my God.
Oh, blend Zinfandel, Petit Syrah, and Syrah.
Okay.
And then the aromas of black licorice, black pepper, and cherry.
Okay. No, it appears that you are correct.
How does that work? Like, because like a lot of times people will still say this is Zinfandel, and then you'll look and there'll be 5 or 10% of something else.
I think I think it's 70 or 71% is the number.
As long as you've had that
much, you can call it a... Yeah, we used to have I think it was J. Lore's Merlot, and I remember when I bought that, this was several years ago, I had looked up the blend, and it was 70 or 71% Merlot, and then a whole bunch of other things. So, but yeah, I think that's how that is, but I don't know for sure. But yeah, that's what we've got. But it even said, it's funny, when you clicked on it, it said Zinfandel.
Right, and even here they literally call it Saldo Zinfandel, and then when you look at it says blend, it says Zinfandel Petit Syrah.
So it could be like 80-10-10.
I win the podcast. You do. You've won.
It is a blend.
It is a blend.
There are other things. It's very rare that something is 100%. It does happen, but it's not very rare. It is less frequent that it's something is 100%, especially with reds. Like they'll usually add something for a little color, or to bring some tannin, some structure. But I think it's kind of cool when it is.
That I wonder would be also a thing too. Like if we looked at, again, getting back to the thing we're not doing tonight.
Yeah.
But if we actually did that and looked, that would be interesting. If it's like, oh, the 2 cheaper ones are blends, and oh, the top one is not only aged longer, but oh, it's 100% of that particular variety. Like I wonder if that happens more the pricier you get. Like I wonder if blends are more
probably
common.
Cuts the price too.
Blends are a little more common probably as you get cheaper and things like that. Is this blend that we need to answer that question right now?
I don't know. 100% Chardonnay.
This is Chardonnay on here.
It might say you had that site brought up, I think.
I do. Put that back. I do have that brought up. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Do it all again. Sorry, you missed a few. No, thankfully we haven't done the podcast
haven't
yet.
done anything.
I have stalled long enough, Chicken Lord. You are still here. It's fine. Chardonnay over the years. We used to always have a Saldo on hand. Somehow fell out of our rotation.
Maybe it should fall back in.
We'll find out next week on a podcast. See everybody. No, we haven't had anything. Stop. Perfect.
It doesn't mention.
Just still in store for Monterey Big Sur. No, this one seems to be 100% Chardonnay. Santa Lucia. No, and I did not see anything on this. They would have to tell you. Trader Joe's wouldn't lie to me and not say on the bottle. I would trust that they would say the right thing.
They might withhold information, but they wouldn't lie.
That's true. Is that a lie? It's like what Alex Jones's defense was in court. That's been amusing to watch. That has been absolutely delightful to watch. Him being slowly taken down.
What if it's Santa Lucia or Lucia? Now I'm wondering.
Do you want me to look that up?
We probably should know.
You ready to hear it?
Do it.
All right, here's how you pronounce this thing. But will it be 100% delicious? That is true. Yeah,
we'll find out. On this, give it a shot. Oh, dang it.
Damn it. I don't know how loud this is going to be. Oh, it's going to be an ad. What it's going to be. A 6-second ad to hear a 2-second pronunciation. That seems unfair. Thinking about it.
Lucia. Santa
Okay.
Lucia.
Okay.
Santa Lucia.
You have to say it that way.
Santa
Maria. That's
after we say
Dios mío.
Santa Lucia Highlands, then we can just say SLH.
So
That's right. They do have.
I just saw that. I
SLH,
saw that later on when they wrote SLH. I was like, what the? I have to say the full name all the time. But yeah, anyway, so we're going to do a podcast. These things, all of this, the full archive of this show, plus whatever individual podcast we feel was the creme de la creme winds up going up as a separate thing. What?
Or the creme de la creme or the funniest or whatever.
Yeah, whatever winds up working. Did you actually wind up listening to the...
I did not.
Okay. It was good.
It was good?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was good. It was good. But anyway, yeah. So whatever winds up being a good one, like I said, that podcast goes up on Thursday. So YouTube is a great place to subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it. I'm going to make it super easy. Shameless plug. As I like to say, you can go the extra mile, which isn't even barely a mile. It's literally a click. Twitter's a good follow. YouTube's a good subscribe. All the things. TikTok, whatever. You know the stuff. Like, just go find those things. So we're going to record that podcast now, which will hopefully this will be the banger right here. And then we'll see.
Hot out of the gate.
Hot out of the gate. So the Fearless Flyer brings us nothing, if not at least a bountiful amount of wines.
Yeah, I think this time around there's 3.
Okay.
One of them we just got in, so.
Literally just like, did it walk in with a stack of the flyers to hand out?
Yeah,
hot off the presses.
We hadn't seen it until I think actually today. So
really?
But now but not the one we're trying tonight.
Oh, okay.
We've had this one for a little bit.
It's just been sitting there. Is that why it's in the Fearless Flyer? They're trying to get rid of it?
They're trying to get rid of it. It's crap.
It's wow. Step right up and
Win
try
some
some crap. No, it's not that at all. We're got, at least we hope not. We're going to find out. We've got a Chardonnay from a place I'm going to make you say for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith. And we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage that we're about today is the Trader Joe's Reserve Chardonnay from the Santa Lucia Highlands, which is a AVA, American Viticultural Area in California.
Damn, you actually sit in an even more difficult world by breaking out the viticultural. Holy
AVA.
shnikes.
I will just say SLH AVA. SLH AVA.
Is that going to be your new way to say that?
That's what we're going to do.
It says lot 231. I don't know how much that plays into things. Like, obviously, they must do this reserve year-round, but then it changes based on where they can get the varietal, I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably.
Where they can get the Chardonnay itself. I've already seen what the price is, so like
$10.
we can talk about that. Yeah, $9.99, which seems to be kind of the going rate from some of these that we've had.
Anytime you see this color label at Trader Joe's, those prices, at least for now, are $9.99. There's kind of falls in the middle. There's some upper ones above. There's some labels above that price wise, but that is the $10 Trader Joe's Reserve label.
Okay.
And this, I was just reading actually, this particular AVA was established in 1991, and it's only 18 miles long. Huh. And it runs kind of near Monterey on the other side of the Santa Lucia Mountains.
Oh,
yeah.
I need to at some point take a wine country tour trip, California and different growing regions up into, Oregon and things like that. I would love to do that. That is definitely a bucket list thing for me. I did peek at the back. I guessed earlier, if you were watching the live show, when we go live on Twitch, what the alcohol says. And I said at least 13, probably 13.5 or 14. It's 14.8.
Okay. Wow.
Wines are getting hot, my friend. They're getting hot.
It's hot. So we had to put it in the fridge to cool it off.
That's right, exactly. Color-wise, about what you'd expect from a Chardonnay.
Yeah. Chardonnay.
Yeah. The color of Chardonnay, also on the Pantone scale. The color of bourbon, we have that one.
Yep.
And now we also have the color of Chardonnay.
Color of Chardonnay.
The aroma?
Yeah.
And action.
Yeah, my boss tried this last week.
Okay.
And then we'll talk afterward. I guess probably after we try it.
Okay.
I can tell you.
Was walking around the floor with it?
Yeah.
Keep going there.
He's pouring it for customers.
I'm assuming that has not returned yet?
No, and I guess either something has happened, either the law has changed, our license has changed, or we weren't interpreting our license correctly from the beginning, but I guess we won't be pouring wine. We can't pour wine anymore. So
have you gone back to snacks, though?
We have not done that yet. The demo station has not come back yet.
And for now, the demo station is closed.
It is closed, but supposedly it
may return?
Returning, yes. That's what I have heard.
So much of the Trader Joe's employees protest.
Some people really like it. And no, a lot of us are like, we're fine that's not there anymore.
Do you still do I remember the whole thing where you're like, I want to try this. Will you just open this for me? Do you still do that now in these day and age?
Not yet. At least that's not happening. What we kind of adopted to sort of bridge that gap was if you're talking with somebody and obviously it's not a bottle of wine, but you're like, oh my God,
Scotch though.
Here's one of my favorites. I've been putting this on, I've been marinating my chicken in it or something like that. It's so good. You know what? I'm just going to give you a bottle. If you're having a nice conversation with somebody
that's cool.
and then, we could do either a couple of those a week or something just to, give somebody something.
Well, that's neat.
And then they could try it. So,
okay.
I did that with an ice cream a couple weeks ago. There's one that Pocket and I have been enjoying. It's actually got boba in it.
Oh, so the little tapioca balls or whatever.
It's a black tea, and it's got like a brown sugar, delicious ribbon in there with the tapioca pearls. And I overheard a conversation between a mom and a daughter, and the daughter was like, "Oh, can I get this?" And the mom's like, "I've heard that's terrible," or something like that. And it kind of worked out that I was like, I said, if you do want to try it, and you say you don't like it, I said you can just bring it back. But I said my wife and I said we sit down and we share one of these. And so then a little bit later, I was
at
like,
the same time, do you guys both just
no? She has the first half, and I have the second half.
You doing the whole thing? Are they huge?
No, they're not big, but it's.
This is rich.
No. She and I could easily eat one, but it's nice to have some kind of portion control. Because I could go through it's 16 ounces. I could eat a quart of that stuff, but so anyways, after a little bit, I said, you know what? I said, I'm just going to give you guys one. If just try it. So anyway, I haven't heard back whether they like it.
Do you have to
not,
write on there or something, or how does that?
Yeah, we pull a little
Keith
marker.
says okay.
Yeah, I just put my initials over the barcode, and then I take care of that.
Theft.
So, yeah.
Damn, I'm terrible at conversations. It is sometimes hard talking with it's not easy. Like I said, you and I have been in that kind of business for so long and doing this, and I'm used to striking up conversations with people, but that's not easy. Like I said, just to talk and I know a lot of people, sometimes don't even like the, people come, oh, can I help you with anything? Like that can sometimes make people anxious in some ways. And it's, it's just something you have to be aware of. But yeah, that can be tough. Trying to warm
it up a little bit. I think it's actually gotten colder since you poured it out of the bottle. No,
yeah, exactly.
It's so cold.
It's not this cold in here.
Yeah. No, it's a very comfortable locale for sure in here. Very comfortable temperature.
It's wine drink. It's red wine drinking.
It's red wine drinking temperature.
That's actually going to be your
room.
new thing. When people say, "What's the temperature in there?" You'll say, "It's red wine drinking temperature."
It's so good. I don't mind drinking red wine in the tasting room.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
I think so.
You ready?
Yes.
All right.
I'm not getting a lot.
It smells of Chardonnay to the taste.
No,
I'm just kidding. No, I'm getting
nothing specific.
There's some pear or some apple. There's some light fruit in there. I'm getting a little almost like honeysuckle. There's a honey sweetness in there too.
Wow, good.
But not but it's all just kind of very light. It's not what sometimes set things apart when you're actually smelling wine. It's when you're like, oh, there's this. I'm not getting those kind of vibes. I'm just like, oh, it's this and
it's
this.
Fine.
Yeah,
there's nothing.
It smells good.
Yeah, smells like I want to try it.
It's solid. I think I'd like to. I think I'd like to put some of this.
We're ready
in my
to
mouth.
proceed.
Can I have a drink?
Yes.
Okay. We watched the Frasier the other night with the where Roz she might be pregnant and she's going back and forth. It's the one with the that whole which usually that's one of the ones I don't mind for some reason, all the miscommunication, because it makes sense in some way. It goes a little far where they just keep if someone would just say one more sentence, it's one of those where it's if someone would just say one more thing. But yeah, where it's they think it's Frasier's baby, and then they think it's all that stuff's kind of fine. But yeah, there's some good lines in that one
that's funny.
That are pretty funny.
Oh. That's her costume.
Oh yeah, her costume. Yeah. Oh,
she's like, I'm oh.
Oh. I finally figured out maybe where's Waldo? He's been in 60 books. How do you not know where Waldo is? But yeah, so I think we watched a couple episodes past that, but that's I think season 5. We're in season 5 now. Have you started a new show?
The rewatch. No,
Since you started to find that. Frasier, what's your new?
I would have to figure out what that might be.
That's basically you usually would watch that while you're kind of working out or something like that.
Yeah,
that was
and actually that was when I was watching it there, and then as I was just in the kitchen having lunch or just relaxing on my days off, I would watch that. I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, I don't know what I forget about those other shows you talk about. So. But like the Always Sunny
You
one.
can watch some more of those.
What's that?
I'll watch some more Always Sunny episodes. Like just start in those late.
Well, or
because they don't tie together too much. Just watch them like later seasons. Rewatching Night Court, loved it as a kid and loving it more now. I have not watched Night Court in forever, Chicken Lord, but that is like, that was, I remember always enjoying that because I always came on after Cheers.
Yeah, I kind of hit that sweet spot right there, maybe in the second or third year, or because they went through so many bailiffs there for a while. Female bailiffs. The first two. That
was like the the Spinal Tap of drummers.
Yeah.
Like I said, or the Metallica of bass guitarists. Like I said, it was all those kind of things. It's so funny you mentioned Night Court. Within the last like 2-3 months, just out of the blue on TikTok, was all of a sudden someone to put up like good final episode. Then they had like the little clip from one of the final episodes of Night Court, and I was like, oh my god, I'd forgotten about that.
I don't think I watched the last like couple of years of that, but I always enjoyed that. It was good. John Larroquette was good, and Harry Anderson was good. They were
yeah, it was nice to see. It was really nice to see. What are you watching it on? Like where can you find Night Court? Like I can't even think of where that would be.
I'm not sure.
Netflix, Hulu.
Have you ever watched the movie Bottle Rocket?
Yeah.
You're like, okay. Obviously you must like it.
Yeah. No, that's one of the first ones of Wes Anderson. Remember, actually Bottle Rocket, I was telling you about, that's the one with we were talking about James Caan, where I was like, he does the little funny like karate move in that Rachel and I always think about.
I have a copy of that at my house right now because, long story, but it was JJ's and he gave it to me to watch, and I've thought about watching that actually.
You should. I think it's quirky. Like, do you like Rushmore and
I don't know. Some of those things I do like. Some parts of it I like that they use Christmas Time Is Here and Royal Tenenbaums.
Right.
But that's like one of the few. I just remember some of those things, and then the "Oh, are they?" I remember that. These are OR scrubs.
Oh, are they? That's Rushmore. Yeah, that's Rushmore. So did you like Rushmore or no? That's one of my favorites. No, okay. You don't have to like it.
Yeah, no. I'm just trying. It was a long time. I think part of my thing with those movies was, I think I was expecting something else, and then I was like, this is just bizarre. It kind of feeling like with The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou and
so that's funny. That was one that came up the other day. I literally have never watched that entire one.
Okay,
I have fallen asleep watching it twice.
Okay,
and I like those movies. Like I said, for some reason, and we own it. Like we bought it. Like I think we didn't see it in the theater. Like I can't remember when it came out, but I'm sure it was like Joseph was younger or whatever, and it was just like, well, we'll just watch it. And like I remember watching it, and like I can't even remember what, like at some part they're in an aquatic area. They're in like a submarine or something. And all of a sudden I just remember like waking up and it was over.
Yeah.
Prime Video, but it's through Freevee. I've heard that. What is Freevee?
Freevee used to be IMDb
TV. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And what's going on with, like, I don't know, chat, do you guys know what's going on with like HBO? Like all of a sudden HBO's like, are they like cutting budgets and everything else? Like I saw these people talking about like they're going to cancel their subscription to HBO, and like it's a service that's just about to go downhill. The HBO Max like service, like it's about to just like just completely go downhill. They cut like a bunch of their budget for some of their like new, their new content stuff, which is usually what brings people in, if they're doing, like how Netflix and Apple and everything else. But I don't know. Like I said, I just heard some news about that in the last couple of days and haven't really looked into it. But yeah, I just saw people being like sad to see the downfall of the subscription service. I was like, wow, like, oh my God.
Okay.
like you didn't mean Netflix? No idea. I get HBO Max on my internet. A lot of people get it that way too. Like I said, we have it through a subscription, but I have to look. I'm like, well, if it's not going to be good anymore, I don't know if I need it. I also have not decided yet if I like Bill Burr or not.
He's a comedian, right?
Yeah, okay. I see clips, and I think the clips are funny, and then I try and watch a stand-up special, and it's like I think it's one of those things where it's like I like 3 minutes of him, but I don't like an hour of him.
I think I saw him once on
I haven't fully decided
Seinfeld,
yet,
the comedians in cars getting coffee. I saw him on that.
He's been on that. Like, I mean, he was in Breaking Bad, like I said, but he's been a comedian for a long time, and obviously he's blown, like I said. But yeah, he has a new Netflix special, which I did make it all the way through. But yeah, like I said, some of it I'm like some of it's kind of funny, and then some of it's like, I don't know. There's something about like he feels like it's like kind of like a one-trick pony that it's like it's good in like a 5-minute shot, like, or when I see it on TikTok and I'm like oh, that's funny, and I'm always like, oh, I should watch his stand-up special. Then I'm like 15 minutes later, I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have watched as much. I have consumed too much of his content. I can't. He can be a lot. It's kind of how like I'm at. Like I said, I haven't decided. Like I think he's funny, and I think he's like when I've seen him interviewed, I like when he's interviewed. The boys are back in town. Berserker,
We
it's
are
good
back.
to see you. Guess who's back again? Berserker, I guess, is right here.
Yeah,
He's right there.
Berserker's here.
How are you doing? Good to see you. We don't have a bourbon tonight, but we do have something that's aged in bourbon barrels, and that'll be next. So
It's coming up next.
Exactly. Are you ready?
I think so.
Okay. What stand-up are we talking? We're talking about Bill Burr. I would just like random thought off the top of my head that I was like, I haven't decided yet if I really like him or not. Like I like him in small doses, and I watched an entire special, and I kind of had to watch the special in like 3 parts because it was like I was kind of like at some point I was like, he's yelling at me again. He's constantly yelling at me. It's just like,
Stop yelling.
Again, I could have just not been in the right headspace. But like I said, when I see him like interviewed and on other things, like I like it, but I haven't quite put my finger on it. Do like him as a guy, but I'm not huge on all his comedy. I think that's probably where I'm at because I see him interviewed and I like him. Yeah, I think that's probably where I'm at.
Okay, I think it's finally warming up a little bit. I think I want a little chill, but maybe not as
I would
chilled
agree.
as we had it.
Yeah, I would agree.
Definitely getting some more fruit and a little bit of like a little buttery, actually. Butter taste in there.
Yeah, definitely the flavor to me is, like I said, not that the aroma was bad.
Right.
But I think the flavor is really where this wine shines, especially for $10. Like I said, I think there's a little buttery. Some of that nice fruit comes through.
Yeah.
A little bit of the honey, like kind of sweet that I was getting also comes through. I'm not really getting any like vanilla or anything. Like sometimes you kind of get that in a Chardonnay. I'm not
that's
really
more
getting
toward
any of that.
the like butter. I would say.
I like I said, the flavor wise, I like this. I think it just needed to be not quite as chilled maybe as we initially had it.
Yeah.
But as it warms up, this is good.
I think that's where a lot of
Chardonnay,
especially a Chardonnay like this, it needs to warm up a little bit to let all those other things out. Some of the ones that don't have all the complexity can be fine chilled because there's not a lot there anyways. So
sometimes you want to chill off some of the complexity.
That's right.
That is going to be our new term. I think this needs to chill off some of the complexity.
Chill off your complexity.
Yeah. And what does not need to chill off of complexity though is the complexity of our website, which you can find, of course, at AboutBeverages.com. That you can find everything we have ever done, whether it's podcasts, videos, articles, recipes, news, all that kind of stuff that we have ever done over the last more than a decade can be found there. If you only want the latest videos, YouTube is the place to subscribe. We would greatly appreciate that. We actually and who knows when you see this video, but as of the recording of this video, we actually just passed 700 subscribers on YouTube, which is awesome. We went from 5 to 7 like really quick.
Wow.
So we've made some nice leaps and bounds.
Okay.
If you haven't hit the subscribe button, we would greatly appreciate that. Trying to get to the magic 1,000 mark is kind of the goal that we want to hit, but I appreciate everyone that has done so far. If you only want audio, Google Podcast, Spotify, iTunes, all of those are perfect places to hit the subscribe button as well. If you have a podcasting app that you use that is not one of those, just search for About Beverages, and you will probably find us there, and we'd appreciate that as well. And while you're searching, amazing. As you're searching, like using the Google, as the kids call it, it'll pop up a list, and there'll be other things on there, like some social media type things.
Social media.
Yeah.
The pillars.
The pillars. Yeah, exactly.
The 3 pillars that we like to call, we like to call them the 3 pillars. And those 3 pillars are Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, which is the one pillar that we use most of all, most frequently.
It's true.
To keep you up to date on what is going on here at About Beverages. Like earlier this evening when I tweeted that we were about to go live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages, which we do most Thursday evenings around 5:30 Pacific. That's when we get together, we hang out, we try some beverages.
Shocking.
I know. Have some fun chatting with our viewers and just about whatever might happen to come into our heads on that particular day. Also, Andrew's going to keep you up to date on what he is doing in the gaming world and what he will be drinking while he is playing those specific games. So for all the latest about beverages, follow us on Twitter.
But as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.
And that is a podcast. Berserker trying to make me laugh there. Look at buttery smooth transitioning. What a phenomenal broadcasting awareness. Too funny. Sometimes I am aged in bourbon barrels. Chicken Lord, if you want a shirt that says almost something very similar.
Quietly rested.
If you'd like to be quietly rested in bourbon barrels, you could. I don't know if do I have that button on here still? I used to have that button I do right there. Check out the merch store. We still have that one on there. Go check. About Beverages, now with beverages.
Now with beverages.
That's a shirt we should make.
About beverages.
Now with beverages.
Just add water.
Just add water.
Just add beverages. So yeah, my boss, he had said that he really liked it. He's like, I don't drink a lot of Chardonnay, but he said he really liked it. And then one of our regular customers today, he said he usually buys the churn, the big churn.
Oh yeah,
the one that's like, to me, overly oaky.
Yeah, we've talked about that. I agree with you on that.
But
one.
he said this is better. So I said, well, I'm going to be trying it tonight. So.
And he said, you know why it's better? Because it's not so overly oaky.
That's right.
I'll tell you why it's better.
But it's $3 more. So he was willing to like load up, at least half a case, I think, of this. So he was willing to spend $3 more.
Do you give discounts on wine, like half cases?
No, we're at Trader Joe's. We're giving the lowest price we can from item number 1.
I like that. That's good.
Well, that's the theory, actually.
That's the theory. Wait, you shouldn't say
that's
theory.
The theory.
You
No,
should say that is the fact.
That is the thought process that we go by.
There you go.
So,
too funny.
Well, because remember, like I always remember Denny Willis actually talking about how places could give you a discount on something. If you buy 12, we'll give you the 13th free. And then I remember him doing the math, showing, okay, so here's then how they do that is they'll basically charge you extra, right? So that just they're still getting the same amount of money,
right?
And then they give you that last one for free. I'm like, so
yeah, you're trying to, like I said, you're trying to up your dollar sales amount, like so.
Right.
Yeah, like I said, it's all working into that for sure.
Right.
But sorry, Berserker's previous comment. But for being shoulder to shoulder with guys like Chappelle and Rogan, it's refreshing to see him not be a shithead like them. I would agree, especially with Rogan. Chappelle's, kind of, I don't know. I still enjoy my Dave Chappelle, unfortunately. I probably shouldn't. Guilty pleasure. Here is it. But yeah, like I said, he seems like a really nice guy. I actually do.
What about Dave Attell?
I literally I think it was last Sunday, I went out. Maybe it was even prior to that. Like it might have been on Saturday. I went out, I had to run like several errands. And literally as I got in the car, Comedy Central was playing the entire Dave Attell Skanks for the Memories.
Is that the one?
That's what it's called.
You see somebody, you follow that.
That's
man?
on there at the end. Yeah. As I kept getting in and out of the car, I listened to it the whole time because it's like an hour. That one is absolutely one of the, it's now probably highly un-PC if you want to go that route. Like I said, but comedy can be un-PC. Like it's like, that's what it's about. But oh my God, I laughed so hard at some of that stuff again, and like I said, made me think of, like I said, Jay here in chat, and like I said, you obviously we've listened to that, and just you run with that man, like I said, that's the
follow
face,
that man.
You see a man, they run with that man, and just him talking about dropping acid and then thinking he was like the mayor of a putt-putt town, and in whatever, he's like all of a sudden he's like, when we went and played mini golf, he's like, I thought I was the mayor of a little windmill. When are you gonna open up, you Dutch prick? Like he's just like, oh God, it's just such rapid fire. Like some of it like puns in a way, and some of it just body, and just I don't know. I was laughing so because then I even came home and like I said, my wife likes him too, and I was like, this was on. She's like, oh God, she started quoting stuff. And it's just so funny though. Like I remember too, like that show he had on Comedy Central. Is it Insomniac?
Oh yeah. Oh wow. Yeah.
Because it was like he would just like, it was like after he had done a set or whatever at the bar, then he would go to like other bars and also other like comedy clubs and stuff, and just like talk with people, and it was just like all about like what happens basically after like 1 or 2 in the morning or whatever. And that was always kind of funny. But yeah, that whole set, if you ever want something that's, like I said, again, very off color, I have to, preface that by saying that. But yeah, I think was still pretty funny. Definitely give it a listen to. Yeah, I have not, I don't think he's done too much. Like I should actually look up. I don't know if he did many other like specials or like what, I mean, I don't know if he just wound up like writing more stuff behind the scenes or like what his deal was.
I just remember you playing that for me, and just obviously, and I've always said it's funny the things you remember, the most sometimes obscure things, and obviously some things you remember because they're very, not traumatic sometimes, or sometimes they're very important moments in your life.
That show was traumatic.
But I'm saying, but sometimes you just remember, you're like, why do I remember that ad? Why do I remember that song? Why do I remember, but it's funny the things you remember. So, but that one, is a funny thing that I remember.
Yeah.
So.
We listened to that probably on the way to work, right?
I think that's when you
Yeah.
played it for me. Yeah. For some reason, I remember
because it's later like an hour. So I think we listened like both to and from because we used to have the long drive.
We revisited Rick Reynolds that one time. I remember that. So.
Oh yeah, that's one I always think of it. Like he's someone that kind of like that was like his one thing. Like, and he just kind of fell off.
Yeah.
And a lot of people probably don't even know Rick Reynolds, but man, that's still like actually I think a really good show. I haven't, like I said, God, yeah. I always wonder what some of those guys that kind of fall. There's someone I follow on TikTok that he like basically writes like for sitcoms and stuff like that. So he always talks about behind the scenes things. Like he's written for, just a lot of different shows. I don't know if Seinfeld was one of them, but anyway, a lot of the more popular shows here and there. But it's funny because he'll go through and it's every month. He'll do a thing where he's like, all right, you guys want to know what it's like writing in show business and you get your residual checks? He's like, well, here's what a month's worth of residual checks is for me. And like, and he just opens them all up because they literally still send you a paper check. And he like opens up, and he's like, oh, it's for this episode. Like, and he'll say the episode that he did or whatever. He's like, oh, $3.84. And like, and some will be like, a couple hundred, like some will be a decent amount, but some it's just funny. Like it's almost like him kind of going through his history of stuff he's done.
And
it's
he has
like,
to endorse them and it's all.
Yeah, it turns into the Seinfeld bit where, exactly. His hand starts just like crippling up and everything else. But yeah, it's pretty funny. No, I think this is I think this is a great value for $10. So this is kind of what I'd be looking for in that. It just needs to warm up a little bit. I think Chappelle is a fantastic comedian, which is what made his last special just so sad. It wasn't funny. Lots of lazy hack bits just because his feelings got hurt, that people were upset with him. You're one of the biggest comedians in the world. Of course, people are going to get upset with you. Yeah, I think there was a lot. I would agree with that with his last special. Like I said, I would agree with that. Like I said, some of it was still funny. Some of it seemed like kind of, what I don't know, George Carlin, and sometimes it's, overused, but George Carlin talk about punching down and stuff like that on different groups and things like that. So I would agree on that last special. I was not as much of a fan of that. Like I said, I didn't think it was quite as funny, but like his other stuff, man, I literally just watched one of them again the other day. I don't know. It's hard. Like art is always a hard thing to talk about and describe, it's like, I feel that there shouldn't be any limits on that. And then the only limit you put on that is what you choose to watch or not watch yourself, which is then, again, like I said, what you can choose to do. That's $9.99. And you said the case price was 10% off. Is that what you were saying earlier?
Case price 10% off?
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah. Because we're screwing you on bottle 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Bottle 1 through 11.
New chalkboard sign at Trader Joe's. We screwed you on bottle 1, so 10% off.
So 10% off. Yeah. Buy a case because we are overcharging you for the first 11.
That's too funny. Oh, did you wind up? Actually, that's something. Did I think I sent it to you and I didn't? Did you watch the TikTok?
You did send it to me. I did not watch it yet.
Oh my God. Maybe you should watch it live here on the air. It could be kind of fun. It's very short. It's very short. There's someone that's one of the guys that I follow that mentioned that he was one of the deciding factors of multiple places, but he was one of the deciding factors when we got the thank you that we did of the tequila.
Oh, okay.
So he's the one that did that.
Okay.
But yeah, he tried the Trader Joe's tequila.
Oh,
so all right. You've talked about it. Yeah.
The Añejo or?
No, I think it was the Blanco because he said it was $20.
Yeah, $20.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like it was way below his level, and the trans community will be the first to tell you that nobody is saying you can't make trans jokes, but making them just in finger pointing, these people are weird because they're different way is just downright lazy and not from a point of good intention to start with. I would agree 100%. Yeah, that is very much what that felt like in that episode. I'm hopping off the soapbox. I'm a big comedy. You're fine. I agree. Like I said, even if I didn't, you're totally fine, Berserker. I appreciate it. But yeah, no, that's definitely what that show kind of felt like to me to some extent. Like I said, there were bits and pieces that were still funny, but then yes, there was, it's art. It is kind of the way it is. But yeah, I would agree with you on that piece in particular. I would say One Day in Baltimore.
One Day in Baltimore?
You want to tell us a little bit about that? I felt like we went to a silence there, and I was like, okay, we got to come up with something. Stavros Alkias? No, I have not. I don't think I have. Comedian? Question mark?
That's right. Huh? Used to be a character named Stavros on like a soap opera or something.
There was big news in Cubs realm though this week.
In Cubs,
yeah,
Wilson Contreras was not traded.
That's correct.
Yep.
Thank God. But they should not be doing him the way they're doing it. Like, that's ridiculous. Now, like, it's the talk of, like, because he could just walk away after the season, right? Or
correct. But so then the thought process is what probably they were asking either too much or they're figuring what they're being offered isn't worth the compensatory draft pick that they'll get if they not franchise tag him, but give him a qualifying offer as a free agent.
Is that where they can do, like,
yeah,
can we basically still keep him as long as we just match something?
Yeah, because
if we let him go, that'd be ridiculous.
If they make him a certain offer and he says no, then whoever signs him has to give up a draft pick.
Oh, okay.
If we make him that offer, which I would think they would, he's expressed an interest to stay in Chicago. So maybe that will still happen. I don't know.
A young up and coming, like amazing, like good hitting catcher.
He's not. How old do you think Wilson Contreras is? Maybe but 32, 31. Oh, okay. So he's 30. Okay. So as far as catchers go, that's not necessarily.
I know, but he's never had a durability issue, has he?
He will usually miss. He'll usually have at least one stint on the IL.
As a catcher deserves. That man is squatting behind the plate for 162 games.
That is correct. He is going, but not as much anymore because he DHs a lot. But I'm not saying no. Overall, he has been very reliable. I'm just saying, for some reason, I didn't realize he was 24 when he made it to the majors, which was in 2016. So he not that 30 is old. Not that. Because it's not. No, but for a catcher, and for
30
someone
is technically your physical prime.
I know it is. I'm just saying, but
I know.
He's probably going to be asking for I'm guessing 4 to 6 year deal with a lot of money, and
I can see doing 4 years. 6 might be starting to push it.
I would too, because he's still an offensive threat, especially as a DH. But I'm glad. I would like him to still be on the team. Actually, I think.
He's probably also a good, he's one of those good mentors and just all the things he brings to the table. Yes. And with the Cubs basically not literally spending any money anymore. Everyone's free on that team.
So
except for Hendricks, they've got to pay him at some point.
Yep.
Going to see him in Philly in September. Just released a special on YouTube. You should definitely check out 30s. I also say this with bias as a 29-year-old. Oh my God, this guy right here. So you haven't. So is it your wife that's telling you haven't reached your prime yet, or is it you that are just kind of what do we have going on here?
I remember back in the day they said 27 to 33 was your physical prime. I don't know if that's changed now because Tom Brady is 45, 44.
Yeah, but I mean he uses a lot of steroids and things like that. Does that count? Like I said, in the deflated footballs
and
steroids and everything.
Tom Brady's so huge.
Well, that's the thing, though. Steroids, though, can just help you with recovery time, which is probably the most important thing for him in the NFL. And for Giselle, probably, too. Recovery time, I'm guessing. There we go. Coming into my prime, boys. Groans and aches. Oh, here I come. Well, you definitely, like I said, I'll have to look for him. Or maybe if you want to send me the link to that in Discord, Berserker, I would love to watch that. Like I said, because, if it's someone you think I would watch, you and I have very similar senses of humor, so... I would definitely give that a shot. Oh my God, right there.
You should give Stavros a shot.
Give Stavros a shot. You know what we should also give a shot to?
Ooh, the Pugachevs.
Some Pugachevs.
The Cobra needs to strike.
The Cobra needs to strike. All right, let's go grab our final beer of the evening. We'll talk a little bit about what I've got going on with today and tomorrow because of the Pugachevs Cobra. That should be pretty good. But I definitely easily for $10 I could recommend this Chardonnay for sure.
Yeah, me too.
I wonder if do you think the aroma's getting anywhere? Look at that broadcasting talent, immaculate. I try.
Is it? I don't have anything in my backwash.
I smell toothpaste and. I'm smelling a little more alcohol.
Actually,
you're right. That's kind of what I'm getting is actually, I think the chill was kind of cutting out the alcohol part, which I don't know. It's so weird that so many of these wines are getting this heat level.
Yeah.
Oh, well. All right. It's hot. We'll be right back. I'm not going to lie. I actually do listen to some of these tunes outside of when we were actually podcasting and stuff like that. I actually think some of these are good. They're just fun little grooves. I need to put together because there are definitely my liking, certain ones that are better than others. I need to put together like a little Spotify playlist of some of these because I would totally like listen, like working around the house. That one that was just popping right there, like I like that, like it's fun. Just a fun little song. Like, you know, sometimes you don't need to have all the George Benson breezing and everything else going on.
Well,
I mean, that one's such a sad song. If you know
is
the real
it? Yeah.
story behind the music on George Benson's breezing.
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't realize.
Yeah. The missing lyrics. No, I'm just
Yeah.
as we talked about earlier,
unrecorded lyrics.
his unrecorded lyrics.
They thought they hit record. No.
They thought they had to record. That happened to me.
Well,
Not 2
that's
weeks ago.
happened.
It happens to the best of us.
That's right.
Not that I would near align myself with George Benson and his greatness, like, but like I said, it happens to anybody when you're in the recording industry. At some point, you have not hit the record button. I definitely have pre-recorded things, and all of a sudden I look over. I'm like, oh, I have the mic muted. Great. I have to redo that whole thing that I just did. That was amazing. I swear it was amazing.
Catch lightning in a bottle.
Catch lightning in a bottle.
Again,
Twice. No, we're just going to catch some
Yep.
Pugachev's Cobra in a bottle right
Ooh,
now.
Actually, we're going to release it from the bottle.
Oh, that's true. We are
Yes.
releasing a bottle for this. Give it a shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com. And we, I was going to go with it.
just go with it. I
was
have
just-
the bottle sitting here. It looks all ugly. I don't know everything all
go.
organized.
It's a little more gorilla, a little more rough, a little more.
I should just be here like this. I've got my Pugachev's Cobra.
God. And the bottle's not even showing. that wasn't good.
It was. You could see it.
It was not.
Don't tell me you can't see my bottle.
Your bottle was not exposed. Well, there it is. Yeah.
That's what I did.
I thought you had it lower than that. I looked. I didn't
That's
see
what
it.
she said. Oh, great.
didn't
Now
see
you make
it.
me feel even
Yeah.
worse. You didn't see it.
Your barrel roll was not extended. Your barrel was not rolling.
Too funny. Oh God, that's hilarious.
And I'm spent.
And I'm spent. Your Pugachev. Did you wind up watching or finishing any of the Mike Myers thing on? Was it on Netflix?
The Pentaverate?
Yeah.
No, I haven't watched any
You
of
watch
that.
any of it?
actually.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, I have not either.
Okay.
I just heard it's like basically if you like Mike Myers' shtick of doing multiple characters, you'll like it.
Then
If
you
not,
probably like it. Yeah.
it's not your thing. I never watched. What was his last kind of like movie that he did? What was it? The
The Love Guru?
Yeah, I never.
That
watched
was
that.
like in 2009.
I think that was his
like
last movie that he did.
Yeah.
Did
Could
you
be.
watch that?
I did not.
Okay, I didn't either. That's why he hasn't made anything else.
I remember,
since.
yeah, we were in California around that, or 2009, whenever that was, and there were billboards for it. I remember that. And then, oh, Mike Myers, that's a new movie. And then, yeah, never. I just heard like it was not very good.
No.
The Love Guru.
I mean, even the Austin Powers movies went downhill. I think the first one still is a classic.
Yeah, and I like the second one.
The second one is good. And then the third one, I wasn't even a huge fan of the third one. Like the third one was definitely felt like we're doing all these same, like it was a lot of same bits like again and again. But
Yeah, it was, and
is
it
what
got a
is.
little off too there for me. So
Went off the rails. Mecha Talk, yes, those are all the beverages that we have been having this evening. We're actually on the last one of the evening. We're about to start that podcast here very shortly. The Hangar 24 Craft Brewing Pugachev's Cobra Bourbon Barrel Aged Russian Imperial Stout, part of their barrel roll series for this. Give it a shot. I'm in. Oh,
and I'm Keith, and we
should
are
just
about.
literally should just go. with
And
these.
that was the beverage we were about this evening.
That is the beverage that we were about.
And what he said.
Yeah. I don't know how much I'll talk about it during the podcast, but yeah, what the plan is for this, the reason I'm opening this one, because normally we would not open such a large beer on a podcast at the end like this, because like I said, you have to drive, obviously, and
Yep.
like, you know, later in the evening, we've already had some wine. You know, we don't want to go through this whole bottle. But what I thought what would be interesting is we're going to open this. We're going to enjoy whatever amount we normally would enjoy. And then I've brought it in here as well already. I've got my wine pump right here. I looked up. This is like something you can actually do. I don't think I've ever actually done it.
Probably not.
With a beer per se.
Usually when we open that, there's at least two other people besides us.
Yeah,
that
usually
we're
there's about
sharing
4
with,
people, and
so-
it's like it's gone. You actually wish you had had more, not
Right.
actually worrying about less.
Right.
But with just being the two of us here, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to actually pump this. We're going to see how the carbonation is tomorrow when I stream. It'll be the featured beverage when I am streaming. So spoiler alert, that's what the featured beverage is.
Tune in tomorrow.
Yeah, tune in tomorrow for this one again.
Yes.
But we're going to try this one again. We'll see how it compares. Does it still have the same amount of carbonation to it, roughly? Is the flavor changed that big a difference? Again, and that could be different with every kind of beer. This one I think is a good example because it's this one's from 2016, so this also has some age on it as well. I have kept it refrigerated that whole time.
Are we recording? Are we? I know you're recording, but
I'm recording, but
well,
I just want to like
no,
I don't know how much I want to make this as the part of the podcast. Like I said, okay, so this one I think on the website, if you click on the link that I like I said have here in chat that Mecha Talk was so nice to bring up there, that one mentions 15%. This one's actually only 13.8%. Actually, less than the wine we just had.
Okay, wow.
Even though this has been bourbon barrel aged for 8 months. Okay. So. Anyway, so that is the plan. That, like I said, again, I will have this again tomorrow. So if you guys want to tune in again tomorrow, when I am live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages, we'll be doing that. And I'll actually be playing something different tomorrow. I know, shockingly, you're used to me playing Destiny.
Destiny, yeah.
I'm actually gonna be playing some more of. There's a kitty cat game. It's called Stray. Have you seen anything about this? I have not. You literally play as a cat.
Okay.
I'm roaming around. So it's kind of a post-apocalyptic world.
Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah. No, literally, there's a button that's a meow button. There is a meow button.
You're not Daniel Striped Tiger, though, right?
Not Daniel Striped Tiger. No, I'm not. Okay. But you can literally walk over to different things. Like I said, some people in chat may have watched, like I've played it 2 times. Like I've played it for like 4 hours now total, like a couple times. So we'll play some more tomorrow. But yeah, like you literally walk over to things. And if there's carpets on the ground, there's a button you hit and then you can scratch the carpet. And you do that kind of stuff. But anyway, you fall into this post-apocalyptic world where humans are not alive. So it's just these robots that you start interacting with. And they're like, oh, we want to find the outside world. Hey, you're a little cat. Maybe you can get up to this area to put this thing. Like, so you're kind of doing little side quests, gamey kind of things. But the cat animation is really very good. It's pretty good. Like you go over to doors and you scratch on them to open the door. And the people come over. They're like, hey, cat, like what's going on? You can go over and drink little water, like saucers of milk style. And you just go tongue, like it's very cute. It's very cute. It's
there's no stray cat strut though going on.
There is not. A little.
You're not rocking this town.
rocking it inside out. No.
Okay.
I'm trying, but it's tough because it's funny. The whole game too. Like I said, even though there's robots, there's almost like kind of graffiti, like hieroglyphic stuff on the wall that you can have. Like eventually, you have a robot companion. Spoiler alert! Like I said, that can help you read some of these things. Like that reads the stuff. For you, the player. Like it's not for the cat. The cat probably doesn't give a shit. But like you'll go read them and it'll say instead of saying like the humans that have died, it'll say something like it's like the soft people. Oh, because they're robots, so they're like metal. They'll call them. It'll say the soft people used to go and do this thing. It's like, oh my god, they must be talking about humans.
That's the humans are
anyway,
dead.
You can check all that out tomorrow if you so choose. But yeah, until then, we're gonna be sampling some Pugachevs right now.
That's a sound of it wrong.
I was just thinking of it starting that way. Just be like, hey Keith. Hey there, Keith.
You want to sample some of my Pugachev?
Hey Timmy. I got a surprise for you. That's one of my favorite Friends episodes.
Yeah. Hey Timmy.
I got some.
Oh, because he feels so much better after applying pressure to his hernia.
He's got a hernia.
Yes.
It's for like being at a kid's park or something. Hey, Timmy, I got a surprise for you. And then he says, so that was funny. And then we happened to see the one the other day with Jeff Goldblum, where he's like,
Friends?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's one of the final seasons or whatever, because he's trying out.
He was also in Will and Grace.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. He made the rounds on NBC.
He must have, yeah.
He made the NBC rounds.
Yeah.
They had a contract on his head. But yeah, like I said, he goes and like Joey's like trying out for something, but like the rehearsal doesn't go very well. And so he's like, oh, let me come back. Let me try and do it again. He's like, all right, you can come back at this time or whatever. And when he comes back, he really has to go to the bathroom. And when he comes back,
why does that?
Yeah,
because he
comes back, he has to go to the bathroom, and he's like, "Yeah, let me just go." He's like, "No, this is your time. You gotta go." So then he's like basically like antsy back and forth, and he's like,
I think I have heard
and he's
that.
like angry about. He's like, "Oh my god, this is very interesting." Oh god, and they like what he did. So then he's like, the next time he goes to do the rehearsal again, he like makes sure he drinks a lot of water. He goes and he's saying his lines really fast, and then Jeff Goldblum gives him a hug. He's like, "You got the role, you got it." He's like, "Just let it go." And it's almost like the Dumb and Dumber moment where he just pees. It's so stupid, but it's for some reason.
I think I actually that sounds familiar.
That's one of the later moments. It's pretty funny, but yeah, that's Jeff Goldblum because they make fun of him doing like a wireless like phone ad too, and I don't know, it's good. Go watch Friends. It was a good show. There was a couple seasons that were not that great, but it actually finished fairly strong.
Okay, I'll have to revisit. Maybe that's what I need to watch.
Maybe that's what you should rewatch
because I need to enjoyable. Start at like season 7-ish, I think, around when they got married. I think is probably about.
Which
it's funny.
one?
It's all those shows just because life changed around 2001 when my son was born. So things changed up a little bit. Not everything, but as far as shows go. But that was when I sort of tapered off with Frasier and also with Friends, because Friends was kind of
like it definitely had some big lulls. Like, I think Frasier's pretty solid, but yeah, Friends definitely had some lulls.
Maybe I need to revisit that.
That's not a bad idea.
Okay, there we go.
I'd probably start at the beginning though. Enjoy the good seasons too. Enjoy the good times.
There were some good ones.
Yeah, there was like, you could tell. He's like, oh, Chandler's a little off right here. I don't know what's going on. I think we've delayed long enough. Should we figure out how to start this podcast?
Let's. You have yes, we should. We should figure that out. A lot of good things happened in 2016. Well, at least one really good thing.
The only thing I can think of,
only good thing.
The only thing I can think of off the top of my head is the beer we're about to have from
2016.
Yeah, from 2016. Anything else happened there? I can't think of anything else. Is there anything else you'd want to flex or show off at all for 2016?
It's under here.
Oh, it's under there? All right. Maybe the world's best baseball team actually winning the World Series?
Finally winning the World Series, yes.
Yeah, that's true. And then how many have they won since then?
None. Why did you have to bring that up? Why couldn't we have just rejoiced in 2016 being the year that they won the World Series?
Well, we could rejoice with this barrel-aged stout and remember the good times for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith. And we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage that we're about today is the 2016 Pugachev's Cobra from Hangar 24. This is part of their barrel roll series. And it is an intense Russian Imperial Stout. I
noticed that. I'm kind of glad you mentioned that. Yeah, an intense Russian Imperial Stout.
I mean, I've heard of, Imperial and and all the and quad and all that. I've never heard of intense though.
I never have either.
It's just intense.
The link that we've got here mentions 15%. The version that I have says 13.8. This is from 2016. I have had it in my refrigerator since then, so it has been not perfectly cellared, but at least it has not gotten any heat.
Right. It has not gone to extremes.
Exactly.
It's not gone to extremes.
Not too high or too low.
Right.
There ain't no in between.
No, you want the in between.
That's true. This is the in between. So anyway, we've got this one here, and a couple reasons I want to try this one. I wanted to see like exactly how well it actually has aged. This is my last one, so this will be the only chance I get to do this. At some point, you need to drink your barrel-aged beers. I'm looking at you, everyone out there. You need to drink your barrel-aged beers. You can't save them forever. But I've been wanting to try this one for a while for that reason. And then also, we are going to try something different that you may not know about for a little bit, or only if you watch me live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages tomorrow.
During the week.
We're actually going to kind of do the wine savor pump on this one. Okay. And I'm going to see if by tomorrow, does it still hold carbonation? Is the flavor roughly the same? All those kinds of things for someone like myself, or if it's just the two of us on a larger barrel-aged beer, you might not be able to get through the whole thing if you don't have the appropriate amount of people all tasting it. And sometimes that's why it holds you back from opening one up. So we're going to find out, is that still okay? We're also going to see what kind of effort I need to actually open this bottle.
He's got the jaws of life over here ready to go. If we need.
I do. I've got several different options here. We're going to see this one. Actually, this cork feels okay.
Okay.
Oh, actually, this is going to be totally fine. I brought pliers in here because sometimes
I wasn't sure what those pliers were for. I was glad he told me.
I swore up and down they were for the beer, but I could tell you didn't trust me.
I was worried.
I could tell you
I got to bring my A game here. Andrew's got the channel locks over there. This could be bad.
I have definitely needed that on some Stone Brewing barrel-aged series, some other things if the cork has gotten a little on the drier side or just like more wedge it. But this one actually feeling good. Hangar 24, good job on your corks. This one's going to be plenty easy. Now I'm just hoping it doesn't, spill everywhere. If it does, all of a sudden we just go.
Well, that you also brought.
I did.
A washcloth.
Always got to bring a towel.
That was good. I heard a very little bit of.
I did. I think I have learned how to do this for the most part. I think I've gotten this down. Good. I've had to do this over at a friend's house.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have carbonation.
We have carbonation.
Oh,
so this is still plenty carbonated.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of glad that this is a little bit more carbonated because that'll even play into tomorrow when I try this again. So that's why I'm saving some of this. Normally we'd pour a little more of it. We're going to save some.
Look, you gave yours a little bit more of the foamy head.
A little money on
really
there?
good. Yeah, the money on there looks really good.
Yeah, mine actually. I thought I poured about the same, but I guess not. Maybe yours just fizzled out there. It happens. As you get older, sometimes you fizzle out a little bit. You fizzle out there. Don't even really talk too much about the color. It is dark,
nice and dark.
It is black, very dark brown. Yada yada yada. To the aroma.
To the aroma.
hated for that to leave my nose. That smells.
Is there a way to trap that in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna pinch my nose. And
they
close
really
my
need to
mouth.
make candles out of some of these beer aromas,
Wow.
like, because they're really missing out on some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, that is quite a wonderful aroma. Anything you want to talk about in particular? There?
Coconut.
There's a little coconut, like I said, the licorice is kind of in there.
The
That
licorice,
black licorice kind of aroma. Chocolate for sure.
Yep.
Little dark chocolate and milk chocolate.
Yeah, not really a lot of alcohol
No.
coming through a little bit, maybe. And that's I think maybe sometimes that licorice note can get intertwined with the heat.
I would actually agree. Little vanilla, little bourbon, like kind of the barrel
Yeah.
aging is in there too. It gets 8 months in bourbon barrels for this one in particular.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that smells absolutely fantastic.
It's a nice treat.
It's a nice treat. I'm going to put yours back now in the bottle.
Yeah,
I'm going to pump
pour
it
this back in
I'm
there.
sorry, you can't have any now. No. To the taste?
Yes.
Hi, boys. I see Andrew's drinking the money shot. Ew. I'll give you a rim shot for that money shot. Dear God. Settle down, go. Actually,
yeah.
it's wonderful you showed up
How
here.
do we pronounce the major wine growing region in Australia?
This came up
The
again.
one that
I
starts
don't
with
know.
BAR.
I don't know why.
Because we were talking about maybe doing a couple of Shirazes
Oh, yeah.
from that
region.
area. I believe you gave us a phonetic.
I thought
Yeah,
you
I
gave us
know. I know. Not this again.
I know. It's
You
funny
gave us
that
a
it came
phonetic
up.
pronunciation,
Yeah.
though. So, Barasa. Okay. Barasa.
I don't think you have to put an emphasis on the last syllable.
Barasa.
I don't think it has to be like that.
Barasa. We gotta write that down. I'm gonna write that down.
You should actually literally write down what this poor man wrote in here. More
Yes.
B than ba.
More B than ba.
Oh, okay, Barasa.
B.
So not Barasa, like Barasa.
Birasa?
No, not B.
Oh, he said more B.
Ba. It's more of a he's like, it's more of a sheep, a guttural sound.
More female sheep than male.
Birasa. Birasa? Birasa. Not Barasa. Birasa.
More B
Birasa.
than ba. Yep.
Andrew had it. Birasa. Birasa.
Birasa.
Just don't emphasize the B
So,
part. So yeah, I would actually
Birasa.
I would almost take away the A there. He's actually writing this down, so we don't have to
Birasa.
ask you again, Golgo. I appreciate
Birasa.
you coming in. That's so funny. We were literally, and I literally mentioned your name
Yep.
not an hour and a half
Not
ago.
B, just B.
Yeah.
Birasa.
Barasa.
Buh.
Barasa.
So buh. Like buh?
Buh.
Barasa.
Barasa.
Buh. I'm gonna spell it buh.
Barasa did a bad thing.
Barasa.
Dare I say his second best song?
I like it.
Barasa.
Barasa.
Do you want to record it on your mic? Do you have a microphone you can record that on?
Barasa.
Barasa. That's it. He's like, all right, stop
Barasa.
saying it.
Stop
now.
saying it.
Just shut up.
You Americans.
Golgo, is so good to see you. Thank you for coming in.
Yes, that was. You must have sensed somehow that we needed you. We definitely needed you
Your
here for
Shiraz
that.
senses were tingling.
Barasa.
Too funny.
Barasa.
Barasa. There. Need to fix that.
Oh,
Barasa.
especially for that. Yes.
See, it's almost like.
Barasa.
Oh, see, we don't have the things up though. That's fine. I don't even know where it is. Anyway, there you go. Spidey Tingle, just don't throw your bread rolls at me. There you go. You come in, you have trivia answers, you have phonetic pronunciation answers. There you go.
There we are.
You get a sub for the next month. There we go. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming
That
in.
entitles you to have a logo by your name.
You have a logo by your name. You've got emotes that you can use.
Okay.
You can use so many different emotes. Like so, you can cheers us now like that. Like so, do a little cheers with the glass there. It's all the different things. Appreciated. No, appreciate you.
Barasa.
You call me an emo?
Barasa.
Barossa.
So it's almost
Barossa. Not
it's like
Barossa. Keith is now currently writing down 5 other phonetic pronunciations for the same word. The password is
Barossa. Almost like Brasa. Brasa. Like bra size. Wait, no, that's not right.
Wait, what? Bra size?
Brasa.
The password.
Brasa.
Every time I think of that, I just think of Cable Guy, which is not a great movie. Has its
Cable
moment.
Guy.
There are moments in Cable Guy that are good.
Yeah. That's another one of those.
Brother
I expected something different.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought it would be like, Jim Carrey and silly. And it is, obviously, it's Jim Carrey, but it's not. It's a little darker, obviously. It's darker.
Brother, sweet brother.
Brother, sweet brother.
They were speaking a foreign language. I think it was Asian. This is so. That part is so funny. That was like where he became. I remember that was like the big thing because he became the $20 million man. Like he was paid $20 million for that one. Yep. Other things that my state is known for. We used to have the Formula One race here back in the 80s. Really?
I think we actually may have even discussed that.
Did we talk about the Formula One?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
I'm surprised.
Okay.
If I was actually going to watch the racing of motor vehicles in some fashion, I would watch F1. That is way more interesting to me than NASCAR doing a giant loop.
At least if they do all the...
They do turns. Yeah. They're going fast. And what I find fascinating about NASCAR, or not NASCAR, what I find fascinating about NASCAR is that people actually watch it. That's what is fascinating. No, what I find fascinating about F1 is that like all the technology that they use. Like, because a lot of times it's like, usually hybrid stuff and, electric, like all the different kinds of, like all that stuff to me is really cool. Like I said, so the tech side of that is interesting. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You think you're ready? Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
You think you're ready? You can't handle the ready.
I can't.
All right.
I can't handle the Cobra. I don't remember exactly what that tasted like, but wow.
Yeah, that's just pretty delicious.
It's still delicious.
Yeah, that is still delicious. It's like a dark chocolate and a milk chocolate brownie kind of combined together. Yeah. Definitely some oak coming through. Like I said, like I said, not too much like heavy on the whiskey at all. Like I said, but there's definitely there is some, the barrel aging. I think you do get, there's some vanilla notes, some other things. Like I said, the licorice kind of comes through.
That's just
some molasses. Like I said, a lot of those just kind of all those darker flavors.
That's just so eminently drinkable.
Yeah.
That's actually, that could actually go down a little too easy almost.
Yeah. And I know we've talked about it before sometimes with these barrel aged stouts, particularly like a little scoop of ice cream in there too. If you wanted to go like ultimate, like adult, like a float of some sort, like vanilla, like ice cream float, like that would be fantastic. But this is
especially after when you sit with that, the finish is it's just delicious chocolate goodness.
Yeah.
And wow.
Yeah, no, like this.
That's good.
I'm sure there are people going to pop up here in the comments, and it's fine. Comment away. Like I said, I'm sure that this had a little bit of extra, this, that, and the other. If I'd have had this, 3-4 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever. But having stored it at least the way that I did, I feel that it has maintained 90% of what was originally there, and this is still eminently excellent.
I'd have to have like super detailed notes. Exactly what this tasted like, or watch myself.
You're all, he's lying. It didn't taste like that.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess it could be better, but it doesn't taste old. It doesn't taste flat. To me, it doesn't like have it that, but the beer like this, I wouldn't think really would have those because like you were saying, even if it didn't have a ton of carbonation anymore, but it did, it would still be good. That is quite tasty. Thank you for sharing that.
That is, super delicious. And again, like I said, I'll try this again tomorrow. Like I said, we're gonna, you'll see it on the live show. I'll literally probably do the wine pump here and get that going. Like I said, not to sound weird on that anything there, but yeah, we'll get that going. And like I said, I'll try this again tomorrow and see at least tomorrow. The main thing I think would be the carbonation. Like I said, how did that hold up? Does that stay long enough over a 24-hour period to when you would want to drink it again if you're someone that is opening one of these larger bombers? But yeah, at least as of this moment, that is absolutely delicious.
Delicious.
I would like to say that our website is absolutely delicious, but I would probably pick this beer over our website. But our website's pretty good, though, if you want to go check it out. AboutBeverages.com is the place you can go for everything we have ever done for more than a decade, almost a decade and a half. Borderline a decade and a half.
Getting there.
We are getting there, like I said, but yeah, over a decade. If you want recipes, podcasts, videos, articles, everything that we've ever done, that is the place to go. If you only want the latest videos, then of course, I think it's called YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube. That's it. Yeah.
YouTube?
You can hit the subscribe
WeTube.
button there. Yeah.
YouTube.
WeTube?
MeTube? HeTube.
YouTube. Yeah, you can hit the subscribe
YouTube.
button there. I'd greatly appreciate that. You'll get all of our latest video content immediately. They will let you know, or you can turn that off and you don't have to know, but just come back in and it'll pop up in your feed, which is kind of nice. If you only want audio, we've got you covered there too. Google Podcasts, Spotify, iTunes. Any one of those is a great place to subscribe. If you have a podcasting app that you happen to use that is not those, just search for About Beverages. We'll probably be there. Hit the subscribe button, and you'll never miss out on anything that we do when it comes to this kind of content. And if you have been searching on the internet, using the Google, which is also, I think they own YouTube.
Yeah,
At some point,
right.
I think they have purchased them.
I think you're right.
Maybe. You'll probably see in that list there'll be some other social media type.
The social
things.
media, the 3 pillars of social media.
That's it.
Our 3 pillars,
yeah.
which are Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, which is the one that we use most frequently to keep you up to date. What's going on here at AboutBeverages.com. Like earlier today when I tweeted that we were about to go live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages, which we do most Thursday evenings around 5:30 Pacific time. So when we get together, we drink things.
Do shockingly.
We do.
Shockingly.
We drink beverages. We hang out and have some fun and just talk about the beverages and whatever else happens to pop up while we are here together. Also, throughout the week, Andrew's going to let you know what he is doing in the gaming world and what he's going to be drinking while he is doing that particular game. So for all the latest at About Beverages, follow us on Twitter.
But, as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you should give it a barrel-aged shot.
100%. And that is a podcast.
Damn it. Why did I open this now? It's still good.
There is, I'm not going to lie, because you're my brother. I'm not going to lie to you. There's a 10% of me right now. It's like, damn, it actually still is really good.
Still really
I
good.
thought it might have degraded a little bit. Me and YouTube, that's actually not bad. Have you guys watched Super Pumped, the series about Uber? Pretty interesting. I have not. What is that on GoGo? Where can I see that? Yeah, no, this is pretty good.
Really good.
This is really good. Yeah, actually, where do I have it here? Nope. Hold on, I gotta go back one. Gotta go back another one. Where is it?
The Pugachev's Cobra?
Really good.
There you go.
Really good.
The Pugachev's. I would agree. And Tim Kirkshin would say that this Pugachev's Cobra is
Really good.
That's true. Which is funny because that's not actually Tim Kirkshin.
I know. That's what.
I think that's actually what's funny is that it's someone impersonating Tim Kirkshin. Paramount Plus here? Okay, I'm sure that's probably the same one. So you would lie to us were we not your brother? It depends. I mean, to save my own...
But since I'm here...
Yeah, since you're here, that's
you're
also
not being
part...
lied to.
Yeah, exactly. Right. All right, so we're going to get that in there.
Uh-oh, it's happening.
I don't know how much I want to pump. I don't want anything to come out.
I don't think you're in danger of that.
That's what she said. Okay. All right.
It's going to be a sweet gaming treat. Will that affect your gameplay at all tomorrow?
As a cat, probably not.
Yeah, okay.
Probably not if I'm running around as a cat. Yeah, I have seen definitely a lot of different options. Some people have said to just put the cap on it. If the cap is not too bent when you take it off. Most people have said, like, when someone suggested that, most people are like, no, that is not the way to do it.
Yeah.
So what I have just done here seems to be the most requested option that people felt. There was a little bit of a debate from some of the articles I read. Some people said not to actually do the pump, just to actually just get something in there that is completely sealed. If you have to ask, you can't afford it. God, true. What does this thing do? So what I was actually using there is called it's normally used
Vacuum or something like that.
Yeah, it's like a vacuum. They use this usually for wine. Usually if you've opened up a bottle of wine, it removes
all the air.
There you go.
It takes most of the air.
Takes out as much of the oxygen as possible. Right. So basically, there's a resealable cork that you can just kind of keep pumping. You get out a fair amount of the oxygen, and then that bottle of wine that you opened should stay close to where when you opened it for about 2 to 3 days. I don't know. Like that's kind of what I've seen.
Like
do people say too much longer than that? Really?
No, that's probably about right.
About 2 to 3 days. So that's kind of the idea behind that. They're fairly inexpensive.
When you open it, it's going to start to change and oxidize no matter what. So there's going to be some change, obviously, from today till tomorrow. But it's what you. Usually it's still acceptable. It may not be as good.
Right.
In some cases, it might even be a little better now that it's had that little time for those tannins to mellow out, depending what the wine is, or in this case, beer. But you'll find out tomorrow when you tune in as Andrew experiments.
Yeah, exactly.
Conducts the rest of his science experiments.
All the science, weird science. They play that a lot on Yacht Rock.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Thomas Dolby?
Thomas Dolby, no. They should.
Science!
Yacht Rock really needs to open up their music catalog a little bit. But yeah, like I said, we're going to try this again tomorrow, like I said, which should be pretty fun to actually see. Mainly for me, like I said, again, it's only going to be like 15 or 18 hours from now. Is the carbonation still held up? Yeah. Well, I mean, because I won't be trying this at 8 o'clock in the evening, so that's what I was trying to guesstimate. Yeah. It'd be usually during my second or third break. Can you drop a Mentos in there and see what happens? No, I will not drop a Mentos in there. Oh God, have you seen when people do that with soda bottles? And stuff?
I've heard of that. They've been doing that for a while.
Yeah, it's not just the fresh maker. It's the splash maker everywhere. Like, crazy. No, this is absolutely delicious. Like I said, I remember this. I don't know what it costs now in $2022, but I remember this bottle usually being around 20, 25.
I was going to say somewhere in that range.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think it was. Again,
the old hop shop.
Yeah, that's where this one was from. It was from the hop shop. Like I said,
probably Bruce Joseph sold it to us.
Actually, probably.
Yeah,
actually, probably.
Oh, did. Bruce. As far as I know, he's not dead. He's just not here anymore. Not here. It almost sounded like we were talking about him.
So he is dead?
No.
He's just not in this state
He's just not in this state.
But yeah, no, I definitely recommend those. Like I said, yeah, if you were someone that drinks a bottle of wine, again, if you were someone that always is able to consume between you and your loved ones or whatever the bottle of wine in an evening, then that's fine. More power to you. Like I said, but if you ever have wine that is going to sit around even for more than a day or so,
or even a party. Like sometimes you have a party and you have multiple bottles open.
That's actually a really good point.
To different people, and oh gosh, I've got all these. Yeah, you can just
and these aren't super expensive. Usually it's like $20. You get like not only the little oxygen sucking device, the corking device. I don't know what we want to call this, whatever that is, and you get a couple of different corks, vacuum in, like whatever. So you've got that, and you've got a couple of the corks that you can put in there,
and you can buy the rubber stoppers separately as well.
You can buy those separate too. Like I said, once you bought this part, like I said, but you get this in a couple of, usually like $20 or something. I don't even know if it's that expensive.
I don't even know if it's
but yeah, no, I think it's totally worth it. I have not used very often. Like I think we did buy one at one point, but have you ever bought the ones that are supposed to do the aeration, where it's supposed to be like almost like decanting?
We did a podcast on it.
I thought maybe we had, but like I would just remember it like being like
to me that's a
nope.
No, to me that's a little gimmicky.
I think so too.
I don't need the aeration. I don't need I either want to pour it and experience it as it opens itself. I don't need to, especially.
No, I would agree.
Yeah, and because I'm not going to do that with a really expensive bottle of wine.
Yeah,
and with a really with a
really expensive bottle of wine, I'm going to actually have a decanter, which I do.
I'm going to have a decanter. I'm going to pour it in my glass and let it do that way. Or so I mean, I understood like. Now, if you're like a restaurant and you maybe need that to happen quickly, like for your well wines or something, maybe.
You want to drink Merlot? We're drinking Merlot.
Good one.
Not drinking any fucking Merlot.
Okay. Relax, Miles. Jesus, no Merlot.
Go. Thank you for the perfectly timed redemption right there.
Merlot from...
Well done.
Merlot from Barossa. Did I say it right? Maybe.
I think so. Yeah, no, this is
maybe.
Yeah, this is really good. Like, I didn't think it would have taken a turn, but I thought we would honestly have some discussion about. We're like, yeah, I can kind of see. And I was like,
no.
And as we spelled it and as we drank, I was like, son of a bitch, it's delicious.
No, it's perfect.
I was kind of upset about it.
Not quite. See, I didn't get it. Whatever you're doing is the right way. See, he said not quite.
Barossa.
All right, I'm getting rid of this one then, because that's obviously not
this one screwed me up. This one screwed me over. All right, well, we talked about it enough. what are we thinking about for next week? Do we actually want to plunge into one of the Zinfandel things that we talked about? Like, do we want to make that commitment? You're making a face.
I don't know about that yet.
It's so nice in here right now, though. Like, it could be red wine season.
We're going to be open. Okay. So I guess that could work because then the following Saturday will be a festivity.
That's true.
And then we'd have 3 bottles of red wine.
Yeah, which would actually be
open,
good
and you could pump with the vacuum van.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Good. I've got plenty of these corks.
You got plenty of the corks. So if you think there might be some, but
I need to send you a voice message on Discord.
But we're not going to all be having the party in this room, though, right?
No, we probably will not.
We're all in
but
here.
We know many people that probably would enjoy like some wine, though, for sure.
We're all in this room. Because it's 75 degrees in here.
Yeah, that's probably what some people might want to.
I'm going to just be in the cooling room. I'm going to be in the cool office.
I should have this be like the
staging area.
It's like a special room coming here. It's like where is everybody? They're all in there. It's the best.
2 or 3 at a time are going in there to cool off.
That would actually be pretty funny.
Did they jump in the pool? No, they went in the tasting room or the aquarium. Room. So, I guess we can. Let me ruminate on that a little bit. Sit with that.
Okay.
Maybe we will finally do the Zinfandel podcast.
So the other thing I thought about this week, when in the back of my mind, I was like, I think Keith said he was bringing that vermouth over, which I owe you money for.
I did bring you the vermouth, and it's all right. It was less than $5. So don't worry about it.
Still, I owe you from the other. Like, I think there's probably a $10 amount between tax and like the other vermouth. Anyway, when I thought about that, I thought about that we should, because I had mentioned a lot about a mixed drink, and I just couldn't come up with a good one this week. So I was glad when I came up with this idea. But what I thought about was like, we should do the Burley Gentleman again.
The Burley Gentleman,
like I said, because we could use the vermouth and like kind of, and like, because we could really be able to talk.
There's no sweet vermouth in the Burley Gentleman.
Well, so that originally was that we had agave nectar in there, I think, instead of that. Like, but I was like, maybe we recreate and adjust it a little bit for like, what we feel, or like we could try that one, see if we actually want to incorporate that in there, and then because that one was all about having like Scotch and whiskey, and then it was like, and then agave nectar was in there, and I think there was still bitters. I think we basically put in agave nectar for the sweet vermouth. We kind of did something like that, and there was bitters still. I don't know. I'd have to look at our original recipe. Go in the archives at AboutBeverages.com, and you can find that recipe for our very original drink that no one else has ever done in their entire lives.
The Burley Gentleman.
But I thought about, I was like, if he brings that up, I'm like, we could do that. Like, so that could be something also that we could play into that if we wanted to, taste that again, see if we're like, this one actually is pretty good, and then make that mixed drink itself. If you ever break, jump into the bar voice channel and I'll help you. Okay, that sounds good. I appreciate it. Golgo. But yeah, that was another option. What else were we talking about? We made mention of some other things earlier this evening. Like I said, we talked about the Zinfandel tasting. Like I said, with those, we've talked about a larger version of that. I almost feel at some point, that one wouldn't work out as well unless we did a second one. I thought sometimes, like, because we've usually been doing for the thank you podcast, we've always done like a whiskey or a bourbon or a Scotch. I've sometimes wondered if like we should try some more expensive, and then like whichever one is our favorite, then that's the one we buy and then bring over for like Christmas or something, like, like I've thought about that a few times as well. That we would try some more expensive wines, like we open up
I see what you're saying.
And like, so the like what our dollar amount usually is, we buy. Well, I'm not that for one thing.
Okay.
But we buy like a couple different, like 2 or 3 different ones for part of that dollar amount. And then we know whichever one is our favorite, we're going to buy another bottle so that we can take that one over and say, like, this is the bottle we've. That's another thought that I have had, because it's like we've kind of gotten into the rut with, like, I felt like last year we were almost grasping at straws a little bit.
Well, we were just, actually it was kind of cool because we broke out into tequila.
We did, which was good, but I don't know, for some reason to me it felt like it was like, should we need to spit, and it was like, if we did, I don't know, maybe just a little more.
Maybe we just bring over a basket of
a carafe of your house whiskey.
We'll just bring over a shopping cart full of
You
miscellaneous
pick.
shit. Yeah.
Everything else Keith and I are taking back. But yeah. So anyway, all right. Well,
it's good to throw those out there.
A couple of those ideas are there. Can you build apps? I think me and YouTube could be some kind of couples social. Me and YouTube does sound like a couples app. That is 100%. We actually had an app a long time ago.
Yeah, I still actually have it on my phone. It doesn't go to anywhere.
It doesn't actually work anymore, but there was actually a service where you could kind of create like a free app.
Yeah.
And we did that with when we were working, like I said, with the company we were working at in coffee. And we're like, oh, we can do this for us too. And we kind of had done that. And it basically was like a good like catch-all basket for all of our links and things like that. So it wasn't like anything super amazing, but it was kind of neat.
You can kind of do that though with I have it sort of an About Beverages app now, but it just takes us to our page.
You just created a link to that page then.
It's a link, but it shows up as an icon on your phone.
Oh, that's nice.
So
like I said, at least that one at the time, it was like, then you could go directly to those different things. Anyway, who knows? Maybe in the future, future that might happen. But yeah, like I said, no, I think we have a couple ideas.
We have some ideas.
We'll see.
We got some things in the hopper.
See if I can trick Keith into any of that kind of stuff at some point.
Who are we visiting today?
I am trying to figure out who we want to visit today. Did
Lucky go back? Because we haven't heard from Lucky since very early on.
Probably means he's either knee deep in Destiny or he's fallen asleep. I can tell you which one right now. Oh, he claims he's streaming right now. I can't believe he's streaming this late. I don't believe that. He was not streaming earlier. We're actually going to go say hi to Punk Paco. She's playing some Destiny right now. She has been super, super nice. She rated me earlier this week. She has been not only a very nice person, but she's been helping out other people in the Destiny community with doing different raids and things like that. So we're going to go say hi to her. So a little bit different content, obviously, because we're doing beverage stuff, but we're going to go say hi to her right now. And then, we'll be back next week with the usual fun and excitement, right?
We just haven't figured out exactly what the beverages are, but we'll fine tune that.
I'll see if I can talk Keith into doing what I suggested earlier. I don't know what I have to do that, but we'll figure it out. Like I said, again, he feels like he's the only person that's going to like pay. I'm like, okay, well, I'll pay for some of that. It's not
no, I know you will.
Oh, okay. Like, I know you will.
No, I know. We'll figure it out. Of course.
Will we figure that out?
We will.
Okay.
By next week.
Thank
you for joining us, everyone. Have a good week. You'll see him tomorrow. Me next week.
Good night, everybody.